Hello, everyone. Welcome, morning, evening, wherever you're joining us. We thank you for joining us on our latest watch along. And we want you to get involved throughout the next few hours. We're going to have guests throughout the show. But if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We've just gone past 700 subscribers. We're on our way to 1,000. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, at some point in the stream, can you hit the like button? Because we're looking to get to 50 likes if we can. If more, even better. And you know that the chat is open. You're currently in there already. Let us know who's joining. If you want to tell us where you're joining us from as well, that'd be great, because we're going to show everyone who's currently with us right now on the screen very soon. But you can interact with fans. We're happy to have Derby fans, Bournemouth fans. Keep it clean. We'll enjoy the banter, and we'll show lots of messages throughout this watch along. But let us know who's currently joining us as well. And it's going to be an interesting game. It's high-flying AFC Bournemouth versus bottom of the league Derby, now in negative points, -3. And we're going to get stuck into the lineups for just under 20 minutes away from kickoff, live on Sky Sports. And I'm going to try and give you some action through the stream and bring guests in as and when we can. We are also sponsored today for this watch-along by 6 Yards Out. Now, 6 Yards Out, discover the ultimate retro football gift for a variety of occasions. The exclusive personalised range includes mugs, coasters, it includes phone cases, also posters as well. And as you can see on the screen, visit their website at www.6yardsout.com. And if you can't find a gift that you're looking for, then just request a personalised retro gift design that you particularly want. You know, if we go to the website and actually search up Bournemouth, you can even get yourself a mug of that amazing Monday night against Bolton. There it is. What a game that was. But if you're looking for another game and you want to purchase a mug, just request one and they will sort you right out. Lots of historic matches for AFC Bournemouth in the past, and you can get yourself one of them. So thank you to our sponsor for this stream, and also they'll be sponsoring Millwall as well. Let's reflect then. Let's refresh our minds before the international break. Preston took our unbeaten run, didn't they? It was a tough night at Dean Court and we lost that fixture. Scott Parker and the team, they wanted a reaction, and we did get a reaction. It took 20 minutes into this first half against Swansea to get that reaction. But finally we got over the line. It was a 4-0 win, and then we had the international break. Lineups have been released. A few changes, going to get stuck into that and get your thoughts. But yeah, how is today going to go?
I think it's fair to say, while effort was there, which I never doubt anyway, our performance was probably not where we would have liked it to be for a few reasons.
In the League Cup, Cherries trying to put Billing in. He's onside now, down the left-hand side. Solanke wants it square. Solanke gets it square, and Solanke puts it in. For Leif Davis, if he can get there ahead of Norton, which he does. Leif Davis is crossed. Solanke! What a finish! And let's give a big up to Leif Davis, in from the cold. Goalkeeper got the ball, then I realised I shouldn't have done that, because here's Ryan Christie into the area. Ryan Christie's shot is deflected. Anthony with a header! Jadon Anthony surely makes the game safe. Across the edge of the 6-yard box, Rogers is challenging, and eventually it's back to Jamal Lowe. There's space for Jadon Anthony, tries to roll it in. He does roll it in, and Jadon Anthony has a brace, and the Cherries have put the cherry on top of this game.
What you see today was us dominating our superiority on them, to reduce them really to not a lot of chances, and obviously on the other end put the ball in the net really.
Okay, so who have we got currently joining us? So let's have a look in the stream. How you doing, Jakey? Up the Cherries. We've got Andrew's life vlog. Richard, how are you? Come on the Cherries, he says. Daniel in the States. What is the time in the States, Daniel? Interestingly, it must be about 7 o'clock. Let us know. Robert, how are you doing? Good day from Sydney again. That'll be similar time, won't it? 24 hours normally. Can I see this game in the stream? No, so it's live on Sky Sports, but we're going to give you as much information throughout the game and hopefully you'll stay with us. And Mark, how are you doing? He is joining us in the stream from Bournemouth, I believe, and Aaron couldn't make the game today. How are you doing, Aaron? May see Aaron later get his thoughts throughout the game. Robert again there. We've got Stephen. How are you? From Newcastle. That was an interesting day up there yesterday, wasn't it? 3-3. That's what you get with Eddie Howe football teams. And AFC Bournemouth, Germany. Hello, how you doing? Fantastic. So let's get into those lineups then. They were released by AFC Bournemouth at 11 o'clock. We'll look at both teams, shall we? We'll go to SofaScore and we'll go with Derby's team first of all. In goal for Derby is Roos, Buchanan, Curtis Davis, Phil Jagielka, Liam Thompson. Midfield, Graham Shinney, Max Bird, Jason Knight, one of their young talents, captain Tom Lawrence. Yes, there's a technical ability in their team, not necessarily throughout the season. Ibu Sele and Sam Baldock up top. For the Cherries then, the starting 11 is Mark Travers in goal. 7 clean sheets now on the road for the Cherries, and Mark Travers has been part of that. Back four is different. One change in that back four. Jack Stacey keeps his place at right back. Gary Cahill, captain today. Chris Mepham comes in for injured Lloyd Kelly. Parker has told Sky Sports that there is an injury there. Not sure the extent of it at the moment, but we'll find out. Leif Davis, an excellent last 70 minutes against Swansea, keeps his place at left back. Going into the midfield, SofaScore set up as 2 CDM, but I expect it to be a 1 pivot, and I expect Lewis Cook to pick up that 1 pivot. We've got Jefferson Lerma wearing a mask today because of a broken nose, I think, and he'll normally likely play alongside Philip Billing in a midfield 2 ahead of Lewis Cook. Ryan Christie, he'll take up the right side. Jaden Anthony left with 2 goals against Swansea. And Dom Solanke looking to extend his 13 goals, and he got 2 goals against Swansea as well. Changes on the bench for Bournemouth. Nyland in goal. Steve Cook, he's on the subs bench for this game. Gavin Kilkenny, Mark Condes, Mariah Welsh, Jamal Lowe, and Morgan Rogers. So let's get a rating from everyone on that starting lineup, shall we? Rate that starting lineup out of 10. How are you feeling about it with those couple of players missing? Still feeling confident? It just goes to show that even Brady's not in there. Pearson's not even in the matchday squad, and it's still a strong lineup. Let us know how you're feeling about that. Let's get our first guest on then prior to kickoff, and that is Aaron Kay. How you doing, Aaron?
Yeah, very good. How are you doing, Kirk?
Yep, 2 changes then to that starting lineup, an injury to Lloyd Kelly, and Lewis Cook comes in as well.
Yeah, Lloyd's a bit of a worry, isn't he? I mean, he's been so good for us this season. Without him, we haven't got as much pace at the back, which is a bit of a worry. And he's been integral to us, obviously being our captain. I just watched Scott Parker's interview on Sky where he was asked about him, and he just said he picked up an injury a few days ago. He didn't actually say, I don't know how long he's going to be out for. I think that was Jacob Tanswell actually saying that himself, as opposed to Scott Parker saying that, which makes it sound, makes it sound worse if the Parker was saying, I don't know how long he's going to be out for. But he just said he's not available today. So we have no idea if that's a short-term injury or heaven forbid a longer-term injury. And Ben Pearson's not in the squad, so I'm not sure what's going on there, because I know he sat out the Swansea game with a slight knock, but he was definitely pictured in all the training videos. So I don't know what's happened there. Junior Stanislas seems to have gone AWOL again. He was fit again before the international break. So he's not there again. Bobby Brady, as you said, is not there. So suddenly we're back to the likes of Mariah Welsh on the bench. No disrespect to him. But suddenly, a few injuries and the squad's looking a touch light again. Arguably, and this is maybe a bit of a disservice to Jack Stacey, who I think is brilliant and has been brilliant. Arguably 3 of our first choice back 4 are now out. But on the plus side, look, Chris Mepham's a Welsh international. Leif Davis did a brilliant job against Swansea. And it's great to see Lewis Cook back in, as you say. I think, it's slightly harsh on Gavin Kilkenny, but I think Lewis Cook is Gavin Kilkenny a slight notch up when he's at his best. The front 6 for me, no concerns at all. Brilliant. I And I wouldn't say there are concerns over the defence, but I just want to know that Lloyd Kelly's a short-term injury, and I feel a lot better.
Okie dokie. So we've got Daniel joining us from America, as he said, 6:46, game at 7 a.m. Yeah, so hardcore there, Daniel, and well up the cherries. And we've also, so let's get those ratings then. AFC Bournemouth Germany's gone for a 7.5. No round numbers there. We've got a 7.25, 8 out of 10. Andrew's loving the lineup, 10 out of 10. Robert's gone for 7 out of 10. Chris has also gone for 6 out of 10. And it's 11 p.m. in Sydney. He's cheering on the Cherries, getting behind the team. Can we get 3 points? Also got Richard in here, actually. He's just said, watching this from the Philippines, as always. Love to be able to see the Cherries in your show at reasonable time over here. 8 p.m. Keep up the great work. 3-1, the Cherries. We're going to get your score predictions before kickoff. We haven't had that scoreline yet. Aaron, Steve Cook's on the bench.
Yeah, great to see him back in. I mean, it's you're doing well when our backup is Steve Cook on the bench. It's who was obviously been brilliant for years, but even last season was such a big stalwart and was a big blow when he was out for that playoff semi-final. So great opportunity for him. I don't know if he's ahead of Rossi. Rossi I think's got a slight injury, so it would have been interesting to see who would have been on had Zeno been fit. But yeah, still got depth. Great to see him involved, and if we need him to come on to shore up if we're winning, like he does, like Scott does with Meps when he's on the bench, then hopefully we'll see Steve Cook. But yeah, it's I'm really pleased for him. He's involved in a match day squad for sure. Yeah.
Been a tough week for Derby. Then they've been hit with 9 more extra points. I think they've got to get something like 1.7 points per game. That would be playoff form to try and stay up. And they have got talent in this team. They've got experience. Maybe some of it at the wrong end of the age, shall we say? But Tom Lawrence only 2 assists, 2 goals, I think, this season. And Curtis Davis has 3 goals. So 13 goals for the whole team. They don't look like they're going to be causing too much danger, but it is a championship.
Yeah, of course. Look, they're going to be. I think I said in another to someone else that it's kind of going to go to one of 2 ways today. Their heads are going to be all down, and I think if we get an early goal, it really could put them under the cosh. But for now, they're going to be going hell for leather. They need as many points as possible. If they can even begin to start clawing that gap back, then they're going to potentially feel that miracle could happen. So I think they certainly won't be sitting back too much today. I'd like to think that they'll be going for it a bit, sort of nothing to lose mentality, which could play into our hands. But yeah, look, they've got vast experience at the back with Jagielka and Davis. I'm not sure how much pace is in those legs anymore, so that could be a good opportunity for us. I think they've got a young kid making his debut for them today. So yeah, it's look, their league position obviously is false. I think without their points deduction, they would still be in the lower reaches of the table, but comfortably above that relegation zone. So, and they've drawn a lot of games, so they're not necessarily high scorers, as you've said, but they aren't easy to beat. So we might have to, play a lot against what they call the low block, and try and find a way through. And hopefully, the likes of Lewis Cook and Ryan Christie can be integral with that.
8 minutes until kickoff, and we'll let you know when we kick off so you can sync yourself in line with us. AFC Bournemouth Germany, we don't concede away from home, and the only goal we've conceded this season was at Forest, the first away game. Jack, is Solanke starting? He is. 13 goals in the Championship this season. He's looking to extend that. John, morning to you. How you doing? Is Kelly injured? He is injured. We don't know the extent of it at the moment, though. Yeah, but that attacking prowess that we have, Aaron, as I said, Anthony got 2 goals. He got himself back into form against Swansea. Christie, can he get his first goal of the season today? And Solanke's going to want to try and keep catching Mitrovic.
Yeah, look, that front 3 are electric at the moment. The way they destroyed Swansea, especially in that second half, was a joy to watch. And obviously, we know Phil Bill will be just behind them. Jeff Lerma and Lewis Cook there. So, I mean, as I said, you look at that front 6, and it's a hell of a front 6. And you obviously still got the likes of Jamal Lowe to come off the bench if we need him, Gavin Kilkenny, Morgan Rogers. So that the squad is still strong. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and hopefully, as I said, we can. I think that early goal, or certainly the first goal, will be key to the game, and then we were off the back of our good defensive display. And I said, as Scott Parker just said, any of the likes of Chris Mepp and Leif Davis coming in, take their chance, and they'll do a great job.
Take a look at some of those other Championship results from yesterday. Scores yesterday with Sheffield United 0, Coventry 0. Their problems continue. Bristol City 1, Blackburn 1, Fulham 4, Barnsley 1. They took top spot, hopefully temporarily. Huddersfield 1, West Brom 0. That means if we win today, we go 11 points clear of the playoffs. Hull City 2, Birmingham City 0, Middlesbrough 1, Millwall 1, Preston 1, Cardiff 2, Reading 1, Forest 1, Stoke City 2, Peterborough 0, Swansea 1, Blackpool 1. We want to get your score predictions in the chat then as kickoff is becoming nearer. Let us know your score prediction, how are you feeling up to kickoff, and those scores that I just showed you, Aaron, had a keen eye on a few of them.
Yeah, a good day for us yesterday. Fulham aside, I mean, Fulham at home to Barnsley. I don't think we expected anything different. But I wasn't not so fussed about Fulham, if I'm being honest. Obviously, I was on West Brom all afternoon, and yeah, I think that's their fourth away defeat in a row. So, as you said, the chance to go 11 points clear. The gap is 8 at the moment, anyway. But realistically, the way things are going at the moment, Fulham and Bournemouth are flying, and there's just no one else consistent enough below to even worry us potentially. As I said to you before, and I think it's the same for Fulham. I think the only thing that can potentially scupper Bournemouth and Fulham now is injuries. So let's hope we're not going to start getting injuries on top of the ones we've got. 6 or 7 players now, first team players who are out of the squad at the moment. Hopefully not long term, but yeah, even a drop of form, we're going to lose some games. So are Fulham, but the teams below us are not going to win all their games. So I really do honestly believe that unless there's a horrendous injury situation, then we just got to keep going, keep picking up those points. And yeah, I mean West Brom just not consistent enough at the moment.
We've also got an opposition fan in the chat. We don't mind a bit of banter, keep it clean, but you're welcome to join in with the stream. He's going for Derby, but we're going to get those score predictions and Aaron's in just a moment. And here we go. AFC Bournemouth, Germany going for a 2-0 win, clean sheet. Solanke to score twice. That'll take him to 15. Daniel's going for 2-1. AFC Bournemouth, Sydney, they're going for 5-0. If not, 2-1. Chris Cook, how are you? Going for 0-1. 4-0 to the Cherries, I assume. John is going for a 2-1. Another 4-0 in there. 2-1 to the Cherries. 2-0 to the Cherries. And true to form, Aaron, just like most of this season, we're quite confident going into these games. And with only one loss, we should. What's your score prediction?
Yeah, I said 3-1 before the team news came out, and nothing's really changed my mind about that. I'm going to go for the famous Cherries Red Army 3-1. I think we will concede a goal today. Don't think it will matter. And yeah, I think we'll get that win.
Haven't had it yet. We haven't had the 3-1 yet. I'm going for 2-0, which is likely to mean that we'll concede a goal. Because if I go for a clean sheet, we concede. If I say we're going to concede a goal, we keep a clean sheet. So I'm going for 2-0 and 3-1 for Aaron. Aaron, I know you've got a busy Sunday. You're going to try and keep up together with this match. You're going to try and pop in later, maybe, if you can. Yeah,
I'll definitely be in at half time, but then I'll got to watch the boys play football, so I'll be having one eye on my Sky Go on my phone, but I'll see you guys at half time.
Enjoy the game. We'll catch you later, Aaron. Cheers for joining us.
All right, take care. Bye.
Brilliant. Okay, so the players are out onto the pitch. They're now preparing themselves in the lineup. The teams are being shown on Sky Sports as we speak, but there's a positive chat at the moment with the Cherries. Rob's in there with 5-0. Wasn't sure if I showed Mark, but he also went for 2-0. We'd take another clean sheet, wouldn't we? And we'll also take more goals. But you know what? We'll have to see how we settle into this game in the first few minutes with that new partnership of Chris Mepham and Gary Cahill captaining the side today. And how sort of Derby set up as well will be very, very interesting. There might be a strong line of a back 5 and a back 4 in front of that, and maybe one advanced player for them. We just don't know. Maybe not giving away silly free kicks will be key to this, especially with the likes of Tom Lawrence in the team. And we'll have to just be aware of potential dangers when they come. But we do dominate possession. We know that. And we'll try and keep the ball for large spells. It's what we do with the ball. And the longer the game goes on where we don't potentially open up Derby and get a goal, the pressure will get on and Derby will grow in confidence, just like Preston sort of did. They grew in confidence going in equal with us at half time. This watch along is sponsored by 6 Yards Out. So you can visit them at www.6yardsout.com. Get your retro exclusive personalized football gift from there, including mugs, coasters, phone cases, posters, towels. You can personalise it to Bournemouth or any team you want, but check it out over there. Thank you to our sponsors for this watch along. Teams are lining up, getting prepared for kickoff, and I'll let you know when the referee has blown. It's a nice sunny day in Derby. 1,600 Cherries fans are there getting behind the team. And can we continue the winning run after Swansea? Just a minute's silence at the moment before kickoff. What are we drinking? It's an early kickoff for some in the UK. It's a late kickoff for those in Sydney in Australia, and early for America as well. What are you drinking for this game? How are you preparing? How are you hopefully going to enjoy a good performance by the Cherries? Minute silence for John Kirkland, the OBE inside Pride Park at the moment. That sun is blaring. It might be hitting a goalkeeper at some point. He might need a cap. Can we hit the ground running? Can we get an early goal? Can we feed this man? Can he score again today? Dom Solanke, can he get to 20 goals this season? I challenged him 25 to enhance that 15 that he got in the season last year. Can he get to 25 but get to 20 first? He's on target. He only needs 7 more. And you'd think he'll get there, especially the way the team is playing. The goals we're scoring, 31 goals for the Cherries this season. And the attacking players we have behind Dom Solanke, there's surely only one outcome, and that is that Dom Solanke gets to 20 goals. Do you think he's going to get to 20 goals? Surely he does. Teams are lining up. We're in our home kit. Red and black striped shirt, playing from left to right at Pride Park. Derby in their home usual white kit. Lerma is going to kick off with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Cherries players on the halfway line, ready to make a forward run from the kickoff and get us underway. Referee's blown, and we are underway in the Championship, match day 18. We have just kicked off, and Derby already have won the ball in possession in their half and instantly try and get themselves up the pitch. And already the furthest Derby player forward has no one within 30 yards of them. So this will be interesting. Will Derby have a deep back 5, a deep 4? Will they try and say it's potentially a 3? We'll have to see. Because you have to think that they're going to want to try and stay in this game as much as possible and give them something to work with. Game has just kicked off then. We are 45 seconds into this match day 18 fixture. Derby County versus AFC Bournemouth. We had Aaron Kay pre-match, and we've got someone else joining us early doors. Wants to give his early thoughts before the game really gets going. It's Talking Cherries, Simon Kay. Settling in? How you doing?
I'm all right, mate. How are you?
Not too bad. Those lineups then. 2 changes. No Lloyd Kelly. Kilkenny goes out for Lewis Cook. Happy?
Yeah, it's a worry when someone gets injured who's as influential as Kelly. But, yeah, I prefer Meths in that position than at left back, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Will be interesting, though. Gary Cahill, captain. That makes me feel very comfortable, Simon. Chris Mepham's been a better defender this year. Keeps it very basic. I can't really remember any mistakes that he's made, but I think we're going to be more on the front foot, I expect, than be on the back foot, would you say?
I hope so. I hope we probably get into them really quickly because I don't like these games. I don't think many Bournemouth fans do. You know, historically, these are the Bournemouth-y games, and we haven't seen much of the traditional Bournemouth-y style, which is a good thing. But it still makes me slightly nervous that there's a possibility that could happen.
Are you glad that you're at home then today, or do you still wish you were in the stadium?
I always wish I was away, but life doesn't enable that to happen. You know, if I could just click my fingers and be at every away day, then I'd be there. But, you know, it's not that easy, is it?
No, it isn't. Derby are currently in possession. They've got the ball between the goalkeeper and defence. Curtis Davis, he currently has it. They're playing short passes, trying to keep the ball and keep it away from Bournemouth. What was your early score prediction then for this game, Simon, before kickoff?
I'm a bit late on this one. I actually hadn't done one, so my prediction is like a now prediction as I'm watching it. So I'm gonna go for a 2-0. I think we'll win.
2-0. Another clean
That's
sheet
purely
then. That
based on
means
being more confident that we're not as Bournemouthy as we used to be.
no. Philip Billings in control of the ball just inside Derby's half. Tries to feed Dom Solanke, but cut out by Curtis Davis. And Derby have dealt with it. That would be an 8th clean sheet if that comes in for you, Simon. And that would mean we haven't conceded on the road since Forest away. First away game.
You are a real stato, aren't you, Kirk? Do you have this all written down, or do you remember it all?
I have to write some of it down. But most of it's in my head. That ain't very big, by the way. Good news as well, Simon. We've had him on previous watch-alongs as well, but we have to put a shout out. We don't see him much at the Vitality Stadium nowadays, Simon, but we've got to put a shout out for Maxim Denim. He's joined us. Good day. You know, he's following the Cherries where he can, and he's behind Scott Parker and the team. So did you want to say anything to Max while he's on the stream?
Well, I don't speak Russian. I'd like to. Do you speak any Russian? It'd be quite handy if I did.
I don't.
I mean, just a big thank you. I mean, what a guy. What he's done for the club and all the money he's put in. I mean, it's just a beautiful thing, isn't it?
Absolutely. Still want to get that official, I want to get a tick next to his name or something. I want to get it verified. But there we go. We'll enjoy the chat. It's all about fun. Hopefully then, Simon, we'll get you joining us throughout the stream during the game. Pop in whenever you want and we'll get your thoughts. If you want to vent, you just want to celebrate goals, we'll hope to see you throughout the next few hours.
I'll probably come back at half time.
Definitely join us at half time and give us your half-time reactions. From now, though, Simon, enjoy the game.
Cheers.
Simon K there from the Talking Cherries. Check them out on Twitter. And Bournemouth are in possession with Jaden Anthony down the left-hand side. Leif Davis made an overlapping run, but it's been cut out by the Derby midfielder who was following him. And it's 4 minutes and 53 seconds into this game at the moment. No real chances. Derby trying to keep the ball, trying to make sure that we don't get on the ball. And we are trying to play on the front foot now with Leif Davis with the throw-in down the left-hand side. Solanke's in the box. Philip Billing goes towards him. Lewis Cook comes short. Good to see Lewis Cook. First start this season. Good to see him in a cherry shirt again. It'll be the first corner of the game. Leif Davis tried to make the cross, was blocked by the Derby defender. And Jaden Anthony goes over for the first Cherries corner. In the last watch-along we did, there was something like 14, 15 corners. Make sure you hit that like button throughout the stream. Let's see if we can get to over 50 likes. And the Cherries' first corner goes short to Dom Solanke. He tries to flick it between his legs to no one, and Derby clear. All the way back, it will go to Mark Travers. Exceptional form, best goalkeeper in the division. And who saw that coming at the start of the season? Not me. Hold my hands up. Thought Travers needed to go out on loan. Got it wrong. He's been exceptional, Mark Travers, and he's had a very good defence in front of him, to be fair, which has helped. Some great saves he made against Luton. QPR definitely saved us 4 points in those games. Come on, you Reds. AFC Bournemouth, Sydney. James is saying hi to Simon, who we'll see again at some point in the stream. All the play at the moment with the Cherries over the left-hand side. Jaden Anthony trying to force it to Billing. Intercepted again. And a free kick given away by Jaden Anthony after he gave possession away. Referee's blown for a Derby free kick. So what are Derby playing for? These players playing for new moves in January. Going to have some serious form if they're going to stay up. So it'll potentially either be League One football for Derby County players or moves to elsewhere. Will they react? Are they frustrated after the news they got on Tuesday? Some would say they'll be deflated and there to be taken. But at the moment, they're showing themselves in a good light, to be fair, as the opposition. And Ed Dawes on our match preview said that it's all about showing heart now and passion for the fans. 54% possession to the Cherries at the moment, Stephen says. And that is about an average what the Cherries have had this season in total. Derby in possession, just inside their own half, between the defence, playing the ball around, back to the goalkeeper. No urgency. Curtis Davis, back to the goalkeeper. And this will go long. Jack Stacey goes for the header, wins the header. Flicked on by Ryan Christie. Can we get him on the ball? And Derby have now given away a throw-in on the right-hand side. So it's a throw-in to the Cherries. Dom Solanke holds it up. Jeff Lerma. He may have come back from Colombian internationals, but he just wants to play. Scott Parker has no issue in starting him and sticking him out there. He's a hero. It's Jeff Lerma. He's wearing a mask. Most weeks he wears a cape. He'll give it everything, and he's cheering on the boys at the moment. Very scrappy at the moment. Derby aren't being expansive, and we are not really putting enough balls together at the moment and passes. But as I say that, Derby are working themselves down their right-hand side. Back into midfield. Inside the Cherries half, keeping the ball, and it works itself back to that back line of Derby. Not sure what the support is like there, but they're 1600. We're through here. Ryan Christie cutting off the right-hand side. Jaden Anthony has space between the centre-back and the full-back. Christie tried to pick him out, but it was hit too hard and he couldn't grasp it. Too much pace from Christie. If he took a little bit of pace off that, Jaden Anthony would have been free on goal. He created space. Seeing it again here. Christie cutting off the right. Jaden Anthony was onside. The full-back of Derby had pushed right in on the centre-back, which created space. A lot of space for Jaden Anthony, unfortunately. And we won't say it often, Ryan Christie's pass to Jaden Anthony just wasn't there. Just wasn't enough. Derby County now on the attack. A diagonal ball which Jack Stacey's dealt with. We are 10 minutes and 8 seconds into this game. And it is currently AFC Bournemouth 0, Derby 0. Let's put that on the screen. Derby County down the right-hand side. Got beyond Leif Davis. Crossed the ball. Blocked by Leif Davis. And it's the first corner for Derby. Derby County striker was calling for a penalty as Leif Davis slid. It's one of those that if it did hit his arm, it wasn't intentional. That's the first opportunity for Derby to stretch the Cherries back line. And it's led to a Derby corner. Actually hit him in the head. Hit Leif Davis on the head there. And now Leif Davis is currently on the floor waiting for treatment. And it was that impact, I believe, of the ball hitting Leif Davis on the head as he tried to stop the cross. Bit of a headache. Give him some painkillers. I think he'll be okay. Delaying the corner kick at the moment. It will be a corner kick to Derby. (11 minutes and 32 seconds currently in this game. Left-footed cross this will be for Derby. Corner. In it comes. To the back post. Danger cleared. And it will be a Derby throw-in on the opposite side to the corner. Back with Derby down the left-hand side now. Whipped in cross. Gone for the header. It's a chance for Derby. Blocked by Leif Davis again. And it's gone out for another Derby corner. That was Jason Knight there trying to get the shot away. He got himself a bit of space just inside the 18-yard box. But as he got the shot away, Leif Davis closed that space. Good block. But Derby are giving it something now. 12 minutes in this game. And a second corner coming in again. Left-footed. Free header. Goal for Derby. Derby 1, Bournemouth 0. And it's a header by Jason Knight. He just ran centrally towards the goal. And he had a free header. We're going to check to see who was meant to be marking Jason Knight. But that's too easy. Second corner of the game. Just inside the 6-yard box, the cross came in. Free header. Took it well. He's route. He ran all the way from the D. Unmarked. Unmarked. Mepham's confused. Still trying to figure out who's meant to be marking him. Looks like Stacey. Stacey looked like he had eyes on the ball and not eyes on Knight. And now it's game on for the Cherries. We all thought this was going to be easy. We all thought this was going to go as standard. It's not. It's AFC Bournemouth 0, Derby 1. If you saw that goal, what do you think? Let us know in the chat. Scott Parker consulting with his staff. Doesn't look too stressed about it, but I'm sure he won't be happy. That's not defending. That Scott Parker would have worked on in training. Aaron, we had him on at the start of the game. He said we would concede a goal. Told you we'll concede a goal when I go for a clean sheet. Very sloppy start. No worries, Rob. Keep us on though. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Hopefully you are a subscriber. I'm sure you are. And no worries, but keep us on. Really appreciate that because we're going to have match reaction after this game. Multiple guests will hopefully be joining us. And hopefully the Cherries can turn this around. Stephen said, hopefully that's a wake-up call. Up the Cherries. Long way to go in this. 15 minutes just coming up. AFC Bournemouth Germany's not happy. Daniel's also not happy. No problem. You've taken the lead. But we are going to be coming back at you. I'm sure of that. We score a lot of goals this season. We've only not scored in 2 games on the road. And better language from Germany. It's fully deserved. Playing very sloppy. Maybe a wake-up call, though. We're back in possession. Straight after going behind. Again, trying to go out to that left-hand side, which is Anthony. Dealt with by Derby. We're back in possession with Mark Travers. He's conceded first goal on the road in 7, potentially. And that's the first goal that the Cherries have conceded since Nottingham Forest away on the opening away game of the season. For Bournemouth fans who are looking for hope, Derby have dropped 14 points from winning positions. And there's a long way to go in this fixture. We have goal scorers in this team. That was Derby County's 14th goal of the season. They've conceded 16 goals this season. We're down the left-hand side. Anthony plays it to Leif Davis. He squares it, trying to look for Billing, but cleared by the Derby defender. He read what Leif Davis was trying to do. And it was just Jackie Elke in the end. Experience of Jackie Elke. He read exactly what Leif Davis was trying to do. Billing's movement was quite static and it was quite easy to read. But we are getting a lot of success down that left-hand side at the moment. Not a lot coming down Christie's side, but a lot happening down the left-hand side between Anthony and Leif Davis. They've sort of picked up from where they left off against Swansea with that link-up. Billing's trying to get involved. 50-50 challenge there. Billings on the floor. Referee said nothing at all. Derby now have a throw-in on their right-hand side with their right fullback. Jason Knight's got the first goal in this game. Took his header well, to be fair. And he's a player that I'm sure will be in demand if Derby don't end up staying in the Championship. But their points deduction, maybe it's given them a little bit of spirit. Here we go. Dom Solanke outside the box. Shot. Oh, he was about 19, 20 yards out. Head down. Shot for the target. Pretty similar to what he did against Huddersfield last year. Received the ball off Lewis Cook. 2 touches out of his feet and went for a shot. Wasn't as good, obviously, as Huddersfield because he would have scored. But it was high and slightly wide. But it's an attempt. 17 minutes gone. 53 seconds in this game. Championship match day 18. Last championship game for this weekend. It's a goal kick for Derby. They're in no rush. Curtis Davis takes it to the goalkeeper. He gave it away. We've nearly capitalised inside their own box. It's Christie. They blocked it. And it's blocked again on the line by Davis. And it's scored! Go! Jayden Anthony. Equaliser for the Cherries. 18 minutes gone. And that's a mistake from Curtis Davis and the Derby goalkeeper. Short kick taken. Heavy touch by the goalkeeper. Jayden Anthony was all over it. It took Christie and a few others to work it out, but it rebounded after it was cleared off the line and Anthony was all over it. He scored for the second game running. It's AFC Bournemouth 1, Derby 1. Wayne Rooney will not be happy with that. Scott Parker will say, we're back in this game now. It was a Christie shot. It was blocked. It was Anthony blocked and another rebound. And that's the press. That is the press. AFC Bournemouth 1. Derby 1. Back on level terms. We can regroup and this game is on. 19 minutes and 30 seconds gone. And this watch along is bringing you goals and entertainment. Jayden Anthony is in the mood. All happened down that left-hand side for us at the moment. And it was Jayden Anthony that was there, the player we needed in the right position to get the goal. But we did get a helping hand from Derby County there. Daniel says, let's go. 32nd goal of the season in the Championship for the Cherries. And that is Jayden Anthony's 4th goal of the season. And Ryan Christie's awake now. Took him 20 minutes. He's on the right-hand side. Cutting in from the right-hand side. Lerma went to cross. Didn't cross. Out to Jack Stacey. Can he cross? Back to Lerma. We've got 4 Cherries players to the left. We've reworked it out, re-engineered it out, tried to re-engineer it out to the left, given away by Chris Mepham. Given away by Chris Mepham, and now Derby are on the attack with Leif Davis out of position. And fortunately, a poor pass by maybe Tom Lawrence trying to feed it through. And that's gone out for a goal kick. But there was a counter on there because of a mistake by Chris Mepham. I said pre-show that he hasn't had many mistakes this season when he's played. Kept it basic. But that wasn't good possession there. First change of the game, though, comes after 21 minutes, potentially to injury. It's Sam Baldock going off for Derby County and Colin Kazan-Richards, 34 nowadays, I think. He scored some big goals for Derby last year as they just stayed out of the relegation zone. And he's got experience. Maybe not the pace that he had in his previous years, but definitely got talent. Ryan Christie with a big switch over to Jayden Anthony. Leif Davis with the overrun again. Squared it again. Dom! Oh, slid. But as Davis squared it, it was just not straight enough and more towards the goalie. And as Dom has slid in for it, he just couldn't get a toe on it. I mean, I don't know what size feet Dom Solanke is, but if it's a 10, he needed 11. Oh, needed one extra size up. And Dom Solanke would have got his 14th goal of the season, but it's not. Still, Derby 1, Bournemouth 1. But this is a good watch along, and this is a good game. Mark Cole says, come on, Bournemouth. We're awake. Took us 20 minutes again, didn't it? Nearly. If only we could start matches from 15, 20 minutes. I'm sure the EFL wouldn't allow it. But it's when we get going. Cherries in possession again. Chris Mepham trying to make the switch to Christie. He's giving it away again. So Chris Mepham needs to get his head in the game at the moment. He's sloppy on the ball. Let's take a look. 23 minutes in. Let's take a look at some of those stats so far in this game. It is Derby 1, Bournemouth 1. Jason Knight got the goal. 13th minute, unlucky 13 for the Cherries. Jaden Anthony equalised 19 minutes after a mess at the back by Derby. 55% possession to the Cherries to 45% possession. To Derby has a chance here. Dom Solanke. Oh, again, squared. Jaden Anthony coming in back post. In the end, too far ahead. Where were we? 4 shots to the Cherries, 3 on target, 1 goal. 2 shots to Derby, 1 on target, 1 goal. 2 corners to Derby, 1 corner to the Cherries. Big chances missed. Got 1 down for the Cherries. And 106 passes at the moment in favour of Bournemouth versus Derby. Dominating possession as expected. Both teams taking their chances when they've come. And this game is finally balanced. 24 minutes and 10 seconds gone. And Derby have the ball in their own half. Curtis Davis. Deep inside their own half, just outside the box. Still in possession with Derby. Back with Curtis Davis. He's taken it on by 10 yards. In Derby's left. Big switch on. Trying to play the ball over Mepham. Hesitation by Travers and Mepham. Mepham deals with it. Wants to know why Travers didn't come for it. Bournemouth are out. But given the ball away by Jack Stacey again. Now Tom Lawrence on the ball between Lerma and Lewis Cook. Trying to find someone for the Rams. Couldn't find anyone. Goes back. And they keep possession. Down the left. Down Derby's left. Tries to take on Stacey. Cross. Blocked by Stacey. Travers tries to keep it from going out. He doesn't. And it's a corner kick for Derby. 3rd corner kick coming for Derby. Where we conceded our goal from a corner set piece. Thank you for joining us on Cherries Red Army. Please hit the like button. Also subscribe if you're new to the channel. And this watch along is sponsored by 6 Yards Out. Check out www.6yardsout.com to find the perfect retro football gift, personalised as well. Chance for Derby. Volley outside the box. Tom Lawrence didn't catch it. Not catching a lot this season, Tom Lawrence. And it was an easy save for Mark Travers. Bournemouth get possession and start play again. Chris Mepham keeping possession this time. Cahill being pressed. Jack Stacey back to Travers. And he's gone 50 yards long. And a foul by Dom Solanke, trying to win the ball in the air on Jackie Elka. And Derby have a free kick. Same here, Stephen. I went for 2-0 as well. Knew that mean we would concede. And your 3-0's gone as well. But maybe the Cherries Red Army 3-1 is on the cards today for the first time this season. Free kick to the Cherries now. Just inside the Derby half on the right-hand side. Jeff Lerma now. The pace of the game's just come out a little bit. The referee's not helping as he wants a free kick retaken from a position 5 yards away from where it was taken from. But after a busy 7 minutes, shall we say, between Derby and Bournemouth's goals, the pace of the game's just slowed down again. Maybe both teams looking to get the air in. And Cherries are on the ball, rethinking about how we can take the lead in this game. Lerma, Stacey. Back to Lerma. It was more of a hopeful kick by Lerma than trying to pick anyone out. But it ends up with a Cherries throw-in on Jack Stacey's side. And at the moment, it's a bit delicate at the back. Gary Cahill has it. He doesn't find anyone. Derby now win possession. Colin Kazim-Richards is up against Mepham. He's looking for a free kick. Referee's not having any of it. Now the game's getting a bit feisty. And it's a free kick to the Cherries inside our own half. Billing tries to take it about 20 yards away from where it was. Referee's not having any of that. Didn't have any of it 5 yards away, let alone 20 yards away. Colin Kazim-Richards giving the referee some words. Wants to know why he didn't get a free kick. Nothing there for me. Chris Mepham was pressuring him, but there was no shirt from what I could see. And referee didn't see it either. Derby, down the left-hand side. Chris Mepham. Back to Travers. Travers with a poor kick out. And another free kick given away by the Cherries. Phil Billing this time in the back of the Derby midfielder. And this referee's not giving much. It's not interested. It's not flowing at the moment in the last 8 or so minutes. Match stats. 53 possession now for the Cherries at the moment, 47% for Derby. But no real chances since the equaliser from Jaden Anthony. Free kick to Derby from the left between Billing and Lerma. Didn't really deal with it. Curtis Davis got on the end of it. Poor touch though. That went through to Mark Travers. Communication could have been better there between Billing and Lerma. Neither of them owned that situation at all. A better touch from Curtis Davis. We might have been in trouble, but we're not. We were back on the attack though. 30 minutes gone now in the stream, and we're currently watching on Sky Sports, and you're currently joining us on YouTube. Please hit those likes and subscribe. And Derby have cleared their lines from the goalkeeper. Will still have that mistake on his mind, I'm sure of that. Will Wayne Rooney give him any words at half time? Interesting. Jack Stacey now. Jeff Lerma. Working it from right to left. Lewis Cook. Phil Billing, poor in possession. Didn't use his body well at all. Now Colin Kazim-Richards looks for the long switch. A long switch to Jason Knight. That was too much. And it's now a throw-in. Now Chris Mepham and Jason Knight. Are sort of squaring up to each other, but nothing there. Mepham wanted the ball. Jason Knight wouldn't let him have the ball. But Cherries do have the ball now after the throw-in. Dom Solanke gives the ball away. Scrappy again. And it's 3-on-3 at the back here with Jason Knight to the right-hand side after losing possession. No one to play it to. No cross on. Goes backwards to the Derby fullback, who's now taken on 2 Cherries players, but he loses it. Now Jaden Anthony's in possession. Jeff Lerma. A sunny day in Pride Park. Might be fresh though, but good conditions. Jeff Lerma looking for a quick switch. Wasn't on. We go backwards again. At the moment, it's a bit too slow. It's enabling Derby to reset the formation, put a potential low block in. And the likes of Ryan Christie, Dom Solanke, Billing, Anthony have gone a bit quiet. Christie came alive for 5 minutes before and after the goal. But it's all gone a little bit static, and possession of the ball has gone a little bit poor at the moment. Given away by Leif Davis. A throwing to Derby. How are we feeling then? We still feeling confident? Lots of confident predictions in the chat before the game. Clean sheets, goals, 32 minutes and 26 minutes, 32 minutes and 26 seconds. Are we still feeling confident? Have your score predictions changed? Do you still think the Cherries will win this game? Win this game, we go top of the Championship again. Remember, West Brom lost to Huddersfield yesterday. That means if we get the victory today, the Cherries will go 11 points clear of the playoffs. And I'm sure I read somewhere that that sort of lead has not been thrown away previously. And even the points tally we're currently be on would generally mean we'd win the league based on previous history. Jack Stacey getting involved. Dom Solanke fighting with Curtis Davies. Derby County's talisman, Curtis Davies, top goal scorer this season. And he's fighting hard alongside Dom Solanke. Both of them got a smile on their face as they battled for possession of the ball. Curtis Davies was the winner on this occasion. Dom Solanke can get going and get another goal though. Be going his way. 50-50 challenge with Dom Solanke again. This time, Jackie Elka wins possession from Dom Solanke, and Derby are in possession with the goalkeeper, who this time decides I'm just going to lob it long and not deal with it at the back. How you doing, Andrew? Red Army, the famous Red Army, and the Cherries are back in this game. Derby County 1, AFC Bournemouth 1. We're going to get half-time reaction in 10 minutes. We'll take a short break just after the half-time whistle, so you can grab a breather and a drink. We'll get some half-time reaction, and we'll get some full-time reaction. Make sure you stay with us after this game, as we're going to stay on for a good period of time. We may even go live to Pride Park if we can. The signal allows us, and we'll get some raw reaction from Pride Park. So make sure you stay with us. But Bournemouth in possession. Jaden Anthony, he frees Leif Davis. The ball was a bit heavy. Curtis Davis came along, and he had enough to be able to get the ball away from Leif Davis. But again, it comes down that left-hand side between Jaden Anthony and Leif Davis. That's what's working for us. Ryan Christie is been a little bit quiet in this game today. Had a burst of about 5 or 8 minutes between the Cherries goal, but apart from that, it's all coming down the left-hand side between Leif Davis and Jaden Anthony. And we were nearly through on goal then. But good defending by Curtis Davis there. AFC Bournemouth Germany is going for a 4-1 win. Expecting more goals in this game. Throw in by Derby on the right-hand side of Derby. Cleared by Stacey, and it'll be another throw in to Derby down their right-hand side. You can see the other results from the Championship in the banner below. It was a pretty good day for the Cherries yesterday. Yes, Fulham got the win. That was to be expected against a poor Barnsley. An upset, though, with West Brom losing. And even more of an incentive for the Cherries to get the job done. Billing today has not quite been there. He's been a great player for us this season. 6 goals. But he's struggled. Been poor in possession. Haven't got him in areas we want to hurt Derby. But there's a long way to go. And if we can just make it click again, we can get back on the attack and try and create some quality chances. Derby going all the way back to the goalkeeper again. Done that a lot today. Goalkeeper clears. He's been pretty much doing that since he conceded the goal, because he was at fault. That opened up the chance for AFC Bournemouth. 37 minutes gone. 12 seconds. And Cherries have the ball at the back. Between Chris Mepham now Jogging, taking the ball forward. Leif Davis left. Anthony, 1-2. Leif Davis again. Been very energetic. Now Lerma. Dom! Go! Cherries 2. Derby 1. That started with Leif Davis linking up 1-2 with Jaden Anthony. He fed Lerma. Slide past to Dom Solanke. 14th goal of the season for Dom Solanke. Second consecutive game that he scored again. And it's Derby 1, AFC Bournemouth 2. How are you feeling in the chat? The Cherries are in front for the first time today. Great sliding pass from Jeff Lerma. And Dom Solanke rammed it home. Keeper got a hand to it. Went through him though. 6 away from 20 goals in the Championship. Derby 1, AFC Bournemouth 2. Scott Parker's on the sidelines, composed. He looks a little bit more happy now, not completely smiling. He's not smiling, far from it. But he feels better than he did in the first 13 minutes, shall we say. The 3-1 is on, Cherries fans. The 3-1 is on. How are you feeling after the Cherries have taken the lead in this game? Get in there. Yes. Paul, how are you doing? 20 goals coming for Big Dom this season. Has to now. Has to. Only an injury stops this happening for me, Paul. 25. Let's get him to 20 first. But why not 25? Daniel's celebrating in the States. Let's go. Great goal. Started from Leif Davis and Jaden Anthony. Lerma got involved. Dom Solanke put it away. Dom Solanke. Do you know what? The Cherries are in possession at the back. But we've got it on the screen. And he gave us the lead. Dom Solanke. Jack says, come on. Let's do it. And now we're in a winner position. We need to manage the game. And let's get more. Let's not sit on this. We've done it a lot this season when we get to 55, 60 minutes. Let's go and get the third and give ourselves a bit of breathing space. How you doing, Chris? Welcome to the stream. Hit that like button if you're currently watching. Let's help us get to 50 likes. Subscribe if you're new to the channel as well. We are 4.5 minutes away from half time. And in the case there's any injury time. And we'll be getting some half-time reaction for you in this game. Took a while for the Cherries to get going. But once we did get going, we are in the lead before half-time. Deep ball by the Cherries at the moment. See it out till half time will probably be the message. Flick on by Christie. Down the right now. Jeff Lerma everywhere. Jeff Lerma. Corner to the Cherries. He may have put in the air miles, but it doesn't stop Jeff Lerma putting in a huge performance. And at the moment, he's everywhere. And he got the assist for the second goal. Christie is heading over to the corner flag to take this corner from his side on the right-hand side of the Cherries. No urgency. Let's get in at half-time 2-1. Let's regroup. Players in the box looking to get on the end of the corner. Ryan Christie's going to take it from his side. Crossed in by Christie. Near post. Cleared by Derby. Dom tried to get on it. Lewis Cook's challenging the ball just outside the Derby half, outside their box, won by Christie. He has won it back. It's back with Christie. Flicks it into Anthony. Back to Christie. On his side. Tries to flick it outside of his left foot. Hit the defender. Still in possession with Jack Stacey. He's looking to change the play over to the left. Chris Mepham. Now we have completely gone over to the left with Leif Davis. Jaden Anthony. And he is fouled. Did a little pirouette. Got fouled. Jaden Anthony's laying flat on the ground. Taking in a lot of energy. He is panting hard. Don't worry, Jaden. The Lucasades are coming in 3 minutes. And you can get your well-earned rest at half-time. Paul says, I was meant to be at the game today. Overslept. Sorry to hear that, Paul. But glad you've done the watch-along, Kirk. Enjoying it. Really appreciate that, Paul. A great supporter of the channel. Thank you so much. And we are sponsored by 6yardsout.com for this watch-along. Ball in from Jaden Anthony. In the air by Billing. And it's a header by Lerma. And he's put his hands to his face. And by the way, he's not even wearing a mask that he was meant to be wearing. It was a diagonal free kick. High. Billing headed it back towards goal. And Lerma flicked his head at it. He flicked his head at it. Needed to engineer a lot of power. Didn't have the accuracy. And it went wide. And his hands went to his face. Because he knew that was a chance. A big chance. To take the Cherries in 3-1. But it's not. It's still Derby County 1, AFC Bournemouth 2. And Mark Cole earlier on in the chat said that Billing's been poor. But just before half time, Billing nearly assisted Lerma for a goal. And hopefully Billing can grow with that. Because he has been poor today. He looks frustrated. But that was a lot better by Philip Billing. We are coming up to the 45th minute mark. And I assume there'll be a few minutes added on. And Scott Parker can get the team in. We'll not be happy with the goal we conceded, sure. But we've reacted. And we got ourselves ahead in this game. 2 minutes added on then. We will take a break at half time. A short break. Don't go away though. Get half-time reaction. We'll look at some of those half-time stats. We'll get your thoughts in the chat. And we'll be back for the second half. Leif Davis is trying to run out the ball. He hasn't though. Derby County, he's won the ball. It's back. And it's shot over by Shinnie with his left foot. And that was a wake-up call for Leif Davis there. Trying to see the ball out down his side. Didn't see it out. Derby County attacker won the ball from him. Crossed the ball. Headed back from Tom Lawrence. And Shinnie, left-footed, off his shinny, over the bar. Half-time chat should straighten out a few things. Come on, the Cherries, AFC Bournemouth, Sydney. Yeah, Scott Parker will just sort those few mistakes out. The goal was poor. Everyone will know the goal was poor. I think Jack Stacey was at fault, personally. I don't think he watched the runner, he watched the ball. And it looked for me like Jack Stacey was meant to be marking Jason Knight. But we've got away with it. Chris Mepham has improved later on in this half with the ball. And hopefully Philip Billing can grow in this game because he's been a lot better in the last 2 or 3 minutes. Players looking towards the ref for the halftime whistle. And we'll be bringing the second 45 your way in this stream. Long ball up to Solanke. Curtis Davis challenging. No foul. Ball cleared. Referee blows. And that is half time to the Cherries. We're going to get some reaction at half time. We're going to give you an opportunity to grab a drink. We appreciate you for joining us on this live stream, this live watch along, sponsored by 6yardsout.com, where you can find your personalized retro football gift. Just follow them and head over to www.6yardsout.com. We're going to take a break though. Let us know your thoughts in the chat. We'll show them on the screen during half time, but we'll be back in about 4. Welcome back, everyone, and let's get a couple of guests on then. It's half time at the moment, and let's get Aaron back on, and we'll also get Simon on. We've seen both of these guys during this watch along. Aaron, 13 minutes didn't look great. First goal conceded wasn't great, but we go back into this sort of second half with the lead, though.
Yeah, it's not been a good watch, is it, at all? We've just been sloppy. We don't deserve the lead, in my opinion. We've been sloppy all over the pitch. The only people I think have played particularly okay are down the right hand side. Stacey and Christie have done well. The rest of them, nothing really. I think Billings got into Marky Masters' time machine and gone back to his old self, because he's just looked lethargic. And the problem is, when Phil Billings not on it, we don't tend to be on it. He has improved the last few minutes, as you said. But he looks lackluster. Lerma looks a little bit lethargic, maybe because of his travels. Lewis Cook has done nothing wrong, but he's done okay. But again, it's hard for him. It's his first full match. It's always going to be difficult. So you've got three players in the middle of the pitch who aren't probably right on it, which is probably why we're losing a lot of the ball. As I said, Anthony and Christie done fine, and Dom obviously took his goal nicely and held the ball up. But we just look dodgy at the back, and it's not really all down to Meps, in my opinion. I think Gary Cahill doesn't look as assured as he has been. He's been dallying on the ball a bit. Leafs made some brilliant runs forward, but defensively hasn't been great. And I think Meps has grown into the game, to be fair to him, but early doors he was just looking like a hot potato when he gets the ball. And it's just, it's easy to say we're missing Lloyd Kelly, and I'm sure we are. But, one goal conceded since Forest all season away from home, and we've conceded one today. Could easily been 2 or 3. And if we don't sharpen up second half, we're not going to win this game.
Going to come to you in just a moment, Simon, but we're going to go to Pride Park live for the first time today. Let's get Mr. XG. How you doing, John? Can you hear us, John?
There he is.
Can you hear us? We'll try and come back to him. It's always a challenge. If we can make it happen, we make it happen. Simon, clear up that goal. I felt like it was Jack Stacey that should have been marking Jason Knight. Am I right, or is it someone else?
First thing, we're missing Lloyd Kelly, because it's easy to say, and it's true. I would say Kelly, it looks like we're marking space. We're not marking men. That's not how I like it. But I would say Cahill got his timing completely wrong. I think it's his responsibility to win the ball, and he didn't win the ball. So as much as there were men coming from the edge of the area, if you're the man that's going to go and win that header, and there's no surprise statistically that Cahill wins most of our headers because that's his job. That's what I see.
But there was good link up down that left-hand side, I thought, Simon. Leif Davis and Anthony sort of picked up from where they left off against Swansea. Not perfect. There were moments in that half where Leif Davis struggled, but attacking-wise, there was good sort of connection between the players, and they linked up well to obviously get the second goal, which got Lerma involved, and Dom Solanke ultimately getting the goal. Yeah,
I think international breaks are never good. For most teams. I don't know many teams that come back from an international break firing on all cylinders. So we're doing well enough. It's a frustrating watch in parts. It's like going back to how I felt at moments of last season from a defensive perspective, but that we could possibly score at any given moment. So attacking wise, we're all good. And I think the shape's good. I think we're finding the space well. I think Wayne Rooney's being a bit of a twit, having their left and right wing back so far up the pitch, because it's leaving us a lot of space behind them, because we're very good at doing that. And so we're going to win this game. It's just little things of frustration that come in here and there. We'll be fine.
But let's get it positive then. Aaron, we've got to think positively going into the second half. I'm sure that Parker will tighten up that back four and just have a conversation with a few of them. And the 3-1, Cherries Red Army famous 3-1 potentially is on the cards.
Yeah, I said it before the game. I'll stick with it. And I think Simon's right. I think, look, we definitely, the second half of that first half was much improved, certainly going forward. We put some great moves together. There was one first-time passing move, which just ended with a slightly overhit pass to Anthony, but it was a brilliant move. And the second goal was a great move. So, yeah, going forward, we're all good. And so far this season, we've coupled that with a completely watertight defence. And as Simon said, it wasn't like that in the first half. So that's the difference. It's just slightly, watertight. But yeah, we rode our luck. Hopefully we'll come out. I don't think hopefully won't do that second half, and we'll see out the win whether we get another goal or not. I'm sure we've always got a goal or two in us the second half. So yeah, I'm confident, but I just tighten up a bit and let's see this game out. Let's not be go back to last season and throw these kind of games away. Because the 3 points here today, not playing amazingly well, straight after an international break, 11 points clear would be fantastic.
But Simon, I always like to see your smile. The live table has Bournemouth top of the league. Does that make you smile?
Always makes me smile. We're top of the league and we'll be that at the end of the game. I think also, in terms of that first half, I think them scoring early did us a favour, because in the first 10 minutes, it was almost like we looked like we were playing in a training match. Oh, this team's just lost so many points where you don't have to turn up so much. But, if you take away the points that they've, lost because of their breaking of the rules, they haven't been that bad. They're not a relegation team. So I think we were a bit slack in the first 10 or so minutes. So I'm not saying I'm glad ever when the opposition scores, but it certainly helped wake us up on balance.
Sticking with your prediction, Aaron? Sticking with the 3-1?
Yeah, I'm sticking with it. And, I'll take 2-1 now all day long. But yeah, I'll stick with 3-1.
I know you've got to rush off. Youth football takes over. But if we are able to catch you at some point, it'd be great.
Yeah.
But it's been great to have you on and get your thoughts pre-match and at half-time.
Thanks. Keep it going. Bring it home for us, Kirk. Bring it home.
Will do. I'll let you drop out, Aaron.
All
Enjoy
right.
yourself.
See you,
Cheers.
Simon. Bye.
See ya.
How you feeling the second half then, Simon? You got a score prediction in mind for the second half?
Well, I got it wrong because I thought we were going to win 2-0. That
Same.
was the game prediction at the last minute. I think
we
might
got to
see the
stop
same
playing golf
again.
together.
You might see the same again. We might win 4-2. Let's go crazy.
Absolutely. As long as we win, that's all that matters.
There's definitely goals in it. I just think we don't look as solid. I know we've said it, and he said it's easy to say, but it is true. We miss Kelly, and we've said it a few times now, or at least I have. But he does make a big difference, and it's a confidence thing, and I think it helps Cahill. But it'll be fine. I remain confident we're going to win this game, and we'll be top of the league, and we'll be looking forward to Coventry.
Layla's also joining us. Afternoon, since they've scored, we've been better, and Christie is going to score in this half. Can feel it. Yeah, maybe. I mean, he came alive for about 5 or 8 minutes to me, but I still want to see a little bit more from Ryan Christie. Great to have you on again, Simon. We're only a few minutes from the second half kicking off, but maybe we'll speak to you again later on.
Alrighty, I'll do my best. Take care, enjoy, keep up with the great work.
Grab a drink, enjoy the second half.
Au revoir.
And we want to get your thoughts in this second half in the chat. The Cherries are 2-1 up. Solanke's got 14 goals this season. Jaden Anthony has added to his stats as well after scoring 2 against Swansea. And how will Derby approach this second half? They're currently losing the game. They need 1.7 points per game to try and stay in the division. They open up. That could be a good helping hand for the Cherries. Thank you for everyone who's currently joining us. Hit those likes. Can we get to 50 likes on this YouTube watch along? Also subscribe if you're new to the channel. Can we get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the season? And we are sponsored on this watch along by 6 Yards Out. You can check them out at www.6yardsout.com. You can discover the ultimate retro football gift for a variety of occasions. Personalised exclusive range includes mugs, coasters, phone cases, posters. If you can't find what you're looking for on the website, send a request and ask what you're looking for. They've got a nice Bournemouth mug on there with AFC Bournemouth 3, Bolton 0, the old CFAX, retro CFAX. So check that out. And thank you to our sponsors for this watch along. Should we get a rating for that first half out of 10? As we are nearing to second half kicking off, give us a rating out of 10 for the Cherries' performance in that first half. And we'll show it on the screen. Derby will kick off in this second half. Tom Lawrence will kick off for Derby. He's waiting for the referee to blow his whistle, and Derby will now be shooting left to right as we look at it on Sky Sports. In the white kit, Cherries in red and black, home, and we're shooting right to left. And we are underway. Kick-off for the second half, Derby in possession, and all the way back to that defence of Derby's, Curtis Davis. He's had a pretty good game for Derby today. He's got the sun in his eyes. He's trying to block the sun. Can't wear a cap, not allowed. And now it's a long ball up the pitch, 50 yards. That Leif Davis will challenge, will not win. Lewis Cook's getting involved. He's coming through the game well after a really, really sore injury. And he's got the ball to Jack Stacey. And the Cherries are regrouping with the ball. In our own half, looking for options, Chris Mepham going completely one side to the other. Leif Davis, he just hooks the ball up, looking for Billing. And that is handball by Derby as he tried to control it on the halfway line. Daniel's back. Stephen, no subs at half-time. The only sub in this game at the moment was for Derby, with Colin Kazim-Richards coming on for Baldock. I assume that was an injury. Daniel's joining us. He's going for 4-1. Christie Crossfield balls are too good. Nails them every time. Looking for a little bit more on his side, though. But he's got the talent. And he is magical. AFC Bournemouth, Germany going for 6.5. And Daniel's going for 7 out of 10 for that first half. Not a great goal to concede. Jason Knight gave Derby County the lead from a corner. Jogged into the Cherries box, unmarked. Free header, just 6 to 8 yards out. Travers had no chance. We conceded on the road for the first time since Forest. But the Cherries came back into it, mainly down to Derby gifting an equaliser and a great worked move down the left-hand side between Anthony and Leif Davis. They got Lerma involved. He slid in Dom Solanke and he rammed it home for his 14th goal of the season. Currently with Ryan Christie on the right. Whips it in. Out to in. Too straight to the goalkeeper though. And the goalkeeper now is looking for options. The right options, I'm sure, after his howler in the first half. He's got it back though from Curtis Davis. Doing the whole playing out from the back again, Derby. Not getting anywhere. Anthony's closing it down. Leif Davis is pressing. Derby have just given away. No, the linesman's not flagged. For me, it looked like Anthony's through. And it's now been given offside by Anthony. Derby trying to play out from the back, got themselves caught into like their own corner flag. Almost looked like the ball went out for a corner. Linesman didn't give it. We played on. Leif Davis reacted to it, I think. Jaden Anthony got onto it, but then was offside. Currently got the camera on Wayne Rooney. Doesn't look impressed. No smile there either. Goal kick. Free kick by the goalie for Derby. Long ball up the pitch. Headed by Mepham. Billing controls. Miscontrols. Gives the ball away. In the middle of the park with Derby. Engineering it out to the left. Jack Stacey challenges. Jack Stacey nearly won it, but back in possession with Derby. Back in midfield. The common option for Derby at times is to go back to the defence, but they play it forward this time. They're working angles, triangles. Lewis Cook's pressing. Out on the right-hand side now with Derby. Chris Mepham challenges. Just about wins it. Leif Davis passes it to Cook. Underpassed it, but Lewis Cook got away with it. Back to Travers and we go long. No nonsense. Just Travers. Dom Solanke wins it now. On the halfway line. Jack Stacey given away. Poor in possession at the moment. Quality's not completely there today. It's been there when we needed it to take the lead. But we are coming up to 5 minutes in this second half. Cherries currently top of the championship as it stands in live play. You can see those scores at the bottom of the banner from yesterday. One interesting one there was Huddersfield 1, West Brom 0. And if it stays like this, the Cherries will be 11 points clear of the playoffs. And you have to say it's a two-horse race. Question, if you currently listen to us on this YouTube stream, if we win this game, are you bothered if we win the league or not? Or are you just happy to go up? It's an interesting question because I think I'd love to win the league, but I'm just bothered about going up. And as I speak, Jack Stacey has just been fed by Lewis Cook. Poor ball by Jack Stacey. We had 4 against 4 at the back. It almost needed to be squared back, and he played it too heavy in front. Started with Ryan Christie in our half. He split the play, taking 3 players out of the game, got it to Lewis Cook. He fed a simple pass to Jack Stacey, and we had Billing, Solanke involved with Jack Stacey. Solanke wanted it more square. Stacey played it more across with pace on it. And Solanke could do nothing with it. There was a chance there, a very good chance. We didn't take it. It's Derby County 1, AFC Bournemouth 2. So yeah, do you want to win the league over potentially throwing the league and ended up in the playoffs, or are you just want to finish in the top 2? Not even bothered if we finish second. You know, we're running out of parachute payment years. It's imperative that we go up. The 100+ million, we're talking about potential training ground being back on the cards. I'd love to win the league. Of course I would. But I'll take second as well, because it gives you the same reward. Look at the likes of Brentford. You know, they didn't win the league. They're still doing okay in the Prem. After they got a 3-3 draw against Eddie Howe's Newcastle yesterday. Of course, we want to win the league. Of course we do. Just like we did at Charlton back in 2014-15. Long ball here by Lewis Cook. Tries to pick out Billing. Jumped to try to header. Didn't header it. Derby are in possession. Down their right-hand side. Leif Davis is putting the pressure on. And they go back all the way to the keeper. Win the league. Win the league. Go win the league. That's all we want. Stephen, take top 2 will do for me. I'm going to agree with you there. We thought we wouldn't have a strong squad this season. We ended up having a very strong squad. I can't think we would have a squad like this next season if we don't get promotion. But it's looking good. It's good times at the moment for AFC Bournemouth. 1 loss this season in the Championship. That was at home to Preston 2 games ago. Got back to winning ways at home against Swansea before the international break. And we are winning on the road at Pride Park. 6 wins on the road for the Cherries this season. And we're looking for 7. Billing has just picked up a booking, kicking the ball away. Been a tough day for Bill. And he will now miss the fixture on Wednesday versus Millwall after picking up his 5th yellow card. So an average day for Billing has just turned into a poor day for Billing. And be interesting to see if Scott Parker potentially looks at bringing on Marcondes for Billing after that. Or Kilkenny. Move Lewis Cook forward potentially like he came on against Swansea. But I'd be surprised if Billing stays on this pitch unless his performance improves massively. Badger and the Bournemouth fans join us on this watch along. He's joined us on many watch alongs, just like the rest of you. How are you doing? From America. The Cherries are 2-1 up at the moment in the second half. We have played 54 minutes and 10 seconds in this live watch along. We're sponsored by 6 Yards Out. Find the perfect football gift, personalised and exclusive range at www.6yardsout.com. Check them out. You can get a Bournemouth coaster, request a Bournemouth coaster, get a Bournemouth mug. Check out the website. Free kick to Derby in Bournemouth's half as the referee's given a handball against Jack Stacey. So it's on Derby's left-hand side. They've only scored 2 goals twice, or more than 2 goals, shall I say. I think they've only scored more than 2 goals in a game twice this season. So they're looking to get a second goal to get on level terms. But they don't generally score more than that maximum. Free kick from Derby. Ball into the box. Half dealt with. Shot came in. Blocked by Lerma. Out for a throw-in. Looked a bit shaky from set pieces today. There was one in the first half as well that came in, and Curtis Davis tried to get between, I think it was Lerma and Billing. Derby County long throw coming in the box. Dealt with Mepham that time though. Solanke's deep defending. He swivels, kicks the ball out of touch. And we're back on the halfway line with Derby. Phil Jakielka goes back to the Derby goalie. He goes long, right to left. 50-50 heading challenges going in at the moment from both teams. We're back in possession at the halfway line. Jack Stacey throw in. That's right, Mark. That's a 5th yellow card for Phil Billing now. He'll miss Wednesday trip to the Den against Millwall. That will also be a potential banana skin. We've had bad days out at Millwall, haven't we? So we'll have to see how that one goes. I think they got a 1-1 draw yesterday as well, Millwall. Neither team grasping possession of the ball at the moment. We'll take a look at those stats in a moment. The in-game stats, but Derby have a throw-in. But when either team gets it, they seem to give it away in no time. On the right-hand side. Back with Jakielka. To Curtis Davis. Bringing it into midfield. Derby trying to get out of their own half. Struggling to. Christie closes that down with the press. And we are going to be having a change for the Cherries. It's going to be the first change of the game. It's going to be Gavin Kilkenny. And I would not be surprised if Phil Billing leaves this pitch on a yellow, and he's having one of his off days today. Kilkenny waiting for the ball to go out, and I'm sure he'll be on the pitch when that happens. Derby attacking down the right-hand side, cutting inside, outnumbered by the Cherries players. Billings just thrown his hand as he's tried to gather possession of the ball. Billings travelling with about 15-20 yards. Look for a pass to Christie. Wrong pass. Should have gone left. Billings got his head down. The Derby player's holding his face because he thinks that Billing used him to try and keep him off. Billings panting. Ball's gone out for a throw into Bournemouth. The substitute's not happened yet. But it's got to be Billing. Has to be Billing. If it's not Billing, it's got to be Lewis Cook. Not had much game time through injury. And now there's challenging on the... It's actually off the pitch. Solanke and Shinnie trying to fight for the ball. Solanke wants the ball, thinks it's his throw-in. It's not his throw-in. It's Derby's throw-in. Didn't want to give the ball back. Shinnie frustrated. Handbags. But the ref has sorted it out. No booking. Doesn't look on the cards. And he'll just tell them to calm it down a bit. Calm it down, lads. Let's play the game. Make sure you stay with us after the game. We're going to stay on for a good period of time. We're going to get match reaction. There should be a number of guests joining us. We may even try to get to Pride Park live. John Spark tried to log in. Signal might be a struggle, but we'll see how we get on. But we might have some exciting guests hopefully joining us if they can. And you don't want to miss it. You can interact in the chat as well. So make sure you stay with us. Hit the subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, hit the like button on this stream. Can we get to 50 likes? Can the Cherries stay in front and get the 3 points to stay top of the championship? Cleared by Gary Cahill. Ryan Christie wins it. Then loses it. Derby now lose it. Try to get it out to the right and it's a throw. And here comes a substitution then. It's going to be Gavin Kilkenny coming on for the change. Who's it going to be? Waiting for the Lewis Cook. Lewis Cook going off. Has done 60 minutes. Great to see Lewis Cook in a red and black shirt again. Come through it with no injuries. And I can only imagine that is protection there by Scott Parker. But still surprised, potentially Billing. I'd be surprised if Billing stays on this pitch. Knowing I've just said that, Billing will probably go and get the 3rd goal. But we'll see. Free kick to the Cherries. We're getting into the realms now of Scott Parker time, should we say. 61 minutes gone. Do we sit on 2-1? Do we go for 3? Mepham's already on the pitch. So there's no reason for Mepham to come on because he's already there. Steve Cook's on the bench. We might see him, if this scoreline stays like this, with 15, 20 minutes to go, to add more defensive grit. How fit will Steve Cook be? He hasn't played since Norwich in the EFL Cup. Will Steve Cook still be a Bournemouth player come January? The big, big question. Not sure. Highly doubt it. Legend of the club. Chance here for Derby. Colin Cousin-Richards gets it out to Tom Lawrence. He's trying to work it. He has. He has worked it. It's 2-2. He hasn't scored a lot of goals this season, but he's got his 3rd goal of the season, and he's got Derby level. Play at the back from us. Colin Cousin-Richards took advantage of the situation. He got it to Tom Lawrence, and he got it out of his feet, curled it finesse over Mark Travers. Poor defending by us. Jack Stacey, poor again. It's a great finish, to be fair. It's a great finish. Jack Stacey, half trying to clear it, half not really doing anything with it. Colin Cousin-Richards got it to Tom Lawrence. Travers got no chance again. A defensive error. Bournemouth 2, Derby 2. And what do we make of that? Because I think we could have done more than that. Game back level. Phil Billings on a yellow card. Defensive errors from both teams. And this game is finally balanced. The neutral will be loving it. Sky Sports will be loving it. And Tom Lawrence. Will he be a Derby player come January? Because I'm sure certain clubs will be looking at him and Derby's status as a player to potentially buy. But he was one to watch. He is technically a good player and he showed that with his goal. But time for Bournemouth to get back on it again. We conceded early in the first half and came back into the game. Can we do it again? Jaden Anthony showing his skill down the left-hand side. Billings there. Poor pass by Billing behind Dom Solanke. Billings now hobbling. I think it's time, Scotty. It's time. I think Billings' game is run today. He's been fantastic this season. 6 goals. But his game, I think, is up today. He's on the floor. Derby are refusing to put the ball out. They're in a non-threatening attacking position. The referee's just blown the whistle, made the decision for them. Billings on the ground. I think his game's run today. I think we've got to look at potentially bringing someone else on. It's just one of those days. It just happens. He's a big player for us. He's going to be missing on Wednesday as well. So maybe bring Marcondes on or someone, because we've got to think about that on Wednesday. We're going to have no Billing on Wednesday. Oh, we're going to have no billing on Wednesday. I tell you what, we could potentially have no billing for a long time. I've just seen the incident again. His studs got stuck in the ground and his ankle rolled. Didn't look like a bad roll, but that is ligaments potentially. Hopefully it's just a sprain. But that was a tough one for Bill there. Yeah, have to agree with AFC Bournemouth Germany. How you doing, Kieran? Welcome to the watch along. Daniel's not happy. It's Derby 2, AFC Bournemouth 2. Georgia said we can't lose to Derby. Just don't lose, but yeah, you got to think that we've got to win this game. Stephen staying positive. Come on, Cherries. Georgia said without Kelly, the back line is shaky. This is the thing, isn't it? We've had such a good partnership between him and Kelly. It's just not been the same today, is it? Mepham back and we let in 2, John says. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to blame Mepham, but has it unsettled the back four? Maybe. I think Jack Stacey, for me, is potentially at fault for 1, if not 2 goals. And could injuries ruin our season? It's one of the potential things that could change a season when you're doing well. We just need to make sure we don't lose this game. I think we should be winning this game. I'm not going to lie. But we just need to make sure we don't lose it. Game is back on. Bill's back on. Fortunately, it looks like a sprain. Trying to run it off. Chris Mepham is challenging for the ball. Derby are growing in confidence in this game. It's Derby 2, Bournemouth 2. And this game is finally balanced. Derby in possession in Bournemouth's half. Down Derby's left. Lerma closing off the angle. Jack Stacey's got the wrong side. That could be a pen. That is a penalty. And Jack Stacey is having a nightmare. Penalty to Derby in the 67th minute. Jack Stacey holds his hand in his head. He got completely the wrong side of the overlapping fullback. Then puts his arm out all over him. Can't even stick up for him. Penalty to Derby. And this game has changed in the last 5 minutes. Tom Lawrence got the equaliser. He got his 3rd goal of the season. He's stepping up to take the penalty against Mark Travers, looking for his 2nd goal in the game to put Derby 3-2 up. Little short step, shoots down the middle, scores. Derby 3, AFC Bournemouth 2. Mark Travers went to his right. Tom Lawrence went down the centre. And we got 22 minutes to sort this out. A change in formation today. A change in the back four. 2 or 3 players really struggling. And Jack Stacey's had a game to forget. He will not remember this one when he looks back on his career. We make changes now. Surely we have to make changes now. Even scared to look at the chat. But probably know what's coming. Derby 3, AFC Bournemouth 2. It's on the screen. They're just having a look at the replay at the moment. No VAR, remember. Jack Stacey probably starts the foul outside the box. but continues it inside. Edouard says, hope Derby lose. They're not losing. They're winning this game. Daniel's not happy. Early start to the day for Daniel in America. But we've got to stay positive. We're currently now with Jaden Anthony, Philip Billing inside the box. Try to square it. Defender cleared it. And it's out by Bird for a corner to the Cherries. We haven't conceded a goal since our first away game against Forest, and we've conceded 3 today. And this is the third time Derby have scored 3 goals in a game this season. Corner by Anthony. Into the box, 6-yard box. Good ball in, cleared by Derby though. Second attempt coming in by Anthony as the ball came out by Derby. Christie, Leif Davis, wins it. Now Christie's on it. He's been pulled back. The tempo of the game's intensified. Bird's given away a free kick. They're probably going to put a lot of players back now. He's pulled Christie's shirt. It's a free kick to the Cherries inside the Derby half, slightly to the left. We've got 19 minutes plus injury time to try and not only get level, but try and win this game. West Brom lost yesterday. We were hoping to take advantage, and at the moment, we're not taking advantage. After being 2-1 up, now 3-2 down. Christie and Anthony over the ball. Whipped in by Christie. Billing wins the header. Gary Cahill. And it's a corner. On Cherry's right-hand side, Curtis Davis challenging Gary Cahill. Bottom of the league Derby. The score stays as it is. They'll be on 0 points after a 21-point deduction to their season. The Cherries, we're looking to go to 43 points. But we've got to score 2 goals if that's going to happen. Ball in by Christie, this time gathered by the goalie of Derby. He's on the floor. Clutched the ball into his chest. We're going to see a lot of time being run down in the next 18 minutes. Don't apologise, George. Show your frustration. We praise the team when they're doing well. We challenge them when they're not. Part and parcel of football. Aim of the game. Attack, attack, attack. And as I say that, Stephen, Morgan Rogers and Jamal Lowe have got their warm-up tops off and they're coming on this pitch. Will it be Billing? Will it be a defender? Will we go to a back 3? We've got to go for it. We need to at least get a goal in this game. Lerma gives the ball away in the centre of the park. Curtis Davis with the ball. Derby have grown in confidence. Have we helped them grow in confidence with poor defending? Phil Jagielka. Long ball. It's out. Will the changes come now with 17 minutes to go? Derby and Leif Davis now are having moments. Ibisele has just thrown himself to the floor. Not sure what happened there. Surely a Cherries throw-in. Changes are happening. Liam Ray Senior is getting involved with our staff on the touchline. Jeff Lerma's coming off the pitch. And I'll be surprised if it's not Billing. Jeff Lerma first change. Morgan Rogers steps onto the turf. Can we see Morgan Rogers shine? Had a lot of substitute appearances. Leif Davis. Leif Davis has come off the pitch as well. So potentially a back 3 maybe. Of Davis, of Stacey, Cahill, Mepham. Kilkenny sitting in the Lewis Cook CDM role at the moment. Jaden Anthony looks like he's gone right. We're just going to grasp what Scott Parker changes have made to the formation on the pitch. Morgan Rogers is playing left. Jamal Lowe may have gone up top or gone quite close to Dom Solanke. Ryan Christie's gone central. So might look like a 3-5-2 with Ryan Christie tucked in. How has Leaf been for you? He was okay. He was okay in the first half. A few moments defensively where he let himself down. Worked some really good moments with Jaden Anthony linking up 1-2s. Led to the second goal, which got Lerma and Solanke involved. Second half, not so. But then as a team, the Cherries have not been on it second half. And he's just been substituted. So we've seen the good. I wouldn't say the bad, but we've seen the good and the frustrated of Leif Davis in both the games he's played. First 20 minutes against Swansea, he looked very nervous and shaky. And again today, he has played in spells, but not been perfect. Derby on the attack. Tom Lawrence involved again. He crossed it for Colin Kazim-Richard. He dived at it with his head. Couldn't get a good connection. Headed it wide. Derby 3, Bournemouth 2. But if we are playing a back three now, that's going to take a while for us to get used to potentially. Players are going to need to know that they're playing a different way, in a different position than when they started. We know that we're going to potentially be opened up at times, but we have got to attack. We have got to throw men forward. The consequence of that is leaving ourselves exposed. Gavin Kilkenny will sit though, but it is a back three. Gavin Kilkenny's just inside of the back three. And then you've got Ryan Christie sitting in with, looks like, I assume Billing would do it. Rogers is left, Jaden Anthony's right. And then you've got Jamal Lowe and Dom Solanke forward for the Cherries, almost like a front two potentially. Although Dom looks like he's dropped off at the moment, playing like a number 10. Switch on for Gavin Kilkenny. He gets it to Ryan Christie, keeps the ball. Was hobbling, but he looks all right. Morgan Rogers can't get under control. Christie's hobbling. We've got no more subs left. And Gavin Kilkenny has just fouled the Derby attacker just inside Derby's half. We have got... That was apparently a foul by Gavin Kilkenny, although it looked like a 50-50 side-to-side challenge. We've got 12 and a half minutes in this game, plus injury time. Derby 3, AFC Bournemouth 2. Jason Knight gave Derby the lead 13 minutes in. Free header inside the 6-yard box, just outside. We equalised through a Derby mistake through their goalkeeper trying to play it out from a goal kick. Jaden Anthony got the equaliser. Great move from the Cherries for the second goal, involving Davis, Anthony, Lerma and Solanke. Then we were poor defensively for Derby's equaliser, and Tom Lawrence finessed his chance over Travers into the corner. And Jack Stacey gave away a penalty, which Tom Lawrence smashed down the centre of the goal. And that currently has Derby 3, Bournemouth 2. And we are running out of time in this game. Thank you for joining us for this watch along. Please make sure you hit the like button. Really appreciate that. Also subscribe if you're new to the channel. More content coming your way. Hopefully get a match preview out for you for Millwall. Hit the notification bell so you know when that video comes out. Chance for Derby here. Squared it. Blocked by Cahill. 50-50 challenge. Rogers wins it. Solanke wins it. We're on the attack. Bill. He gets it onto Jamal Lowe down the left. And he's been run out of it. Curtis Davis comes along. Curtis Davis looks like he's at the end of his fitness in this game. But we spoke to Ed Dawes in the match preview of this fixture. And he said that he is their leader, although not captain. So, yeah, we've got Millwall coming up. Potentially a match preview we'll try and get out for you. Also, we've got a watch along for Millwall on Wednesday. We'll be live at 7:15 p.m. Again, we'll have guests throughout. and we'll be looking to try and get a result in that game. And it might be an important result we might need to get if we don't win this game. Jayden Anthony on the right, moves sides, cuts it in. Dom Slanky controls it, back to goal. Shot! Just past the post. Good movement from Dom Slanky. Was pushed wide by Curtis Davis though. Good control. Had his back to goal, turned half and half, got the shot away, near post, just wide. 10 minutes to go. We're on 80 minutes and 12 seconds. We're currently watching on Sky Sports. You're watching us on YouTube on this watch along stream. Don't go anywhere at full time because we will be bringing some guests to you after the game, hopefully. And we'll have some match reaction. Good or bad, we will get that reaction for you. And if it's bad, how can we sort it out for Wednesday? Chance here, long shot by Tom Lawrence, 40, 50 yards out, try to catch Travers off his line. He had the accuracy. It was too high. Travers saw it all the way. And the Cherries are running out of time. Scott Parker's made all of his subs. We've got Rogers on the pitch. We've got Jamal Lowe on the pitch. Chris Mepham's currently on the ball. Rogers now in possession. Port, he's kept well of it, but couldn't gave it away. Derby are getting into the time of the match where they're going to be looking for corner flags very, very soon. That runs down the clock. We can't lose this game for the Cherries. Don't lose this game. We expected to win it. Not arrogantly, but form, guide. We expected more. But maybe the points deduction has given Derby a little bit more impetus to go on and put some fight in today. There's a challenge on the ball by Jackie Elker and Jamal Lowe. Referees having none of it. Goal kick to Derby. 8 minutes to go. How are we feeling in the chat? Frustrated? Nervous? We are looking at a second loss in 3 games in the Championship. After not losing in 15, we could be losing 2 in the last 3. Changes now by Derby with 8 minutes to go, running down more clock. And they just brought on Richard Stearman. He'll go in alongside Curtis Davis and Phil Jagielka. And that's another defender who's got experience playing for the likes of Leicester, Wolves. I think he's played at Forest as well. They've got enough height back there. It's going to take some skill. It's going to take a good move to maybe unravel this Derby defence and get us back level on terms. But Derby in possession. They're not now worried about keeping the ball. They're worried about clearing the ball. Anthony. Stacey. Back to Cahill. Kilkenny back to Cahill. Need to get out the pitch, guys. Christie. Too deep. In our own half. Jamal Lowe. Offering. Rogers. Back to Lowe. And Derby defend well again. Richard Stearman just come on. He's just cleared that one. Time is running out for the Cherries. We are 3-2 down in match day 18 of the Championship. We are looking at a second loss in the Championship of the season. But Gavin Kilkenny squares it to Anthony with space on the right. Overlap from Jack Stacey. Back to Anthony. Can we get a shot away? A lot of bodies in there. And again, Anthony sliced the second attempt. And that has gone high and wide. Problem is, once we got into the box, Jack Stacey worked it, got a deflection, landed at Anthony. Left foot blocked. Right foot was a swipe. But there was 9 defenders in the box for Derby. And that's what we're playing with now, with 5 minutes to go. Scott Parker's got a stern face, chewing his chewing gum. Wouldn't say he looked angry, but he's not going to be happy with the goals we've conceded. With Smithy on his way back as well. Stacey's been very, very good this season, especially in this spell where Adam Smith's been injured. But with Adam Smith back in training and those mistakes by Jack Stacey today, he could be looking over his shoulder and Adam Smith could be on his way back into this lineup very soon. Derby in possession with Colin Kazim-Richards. He's using his experience to hold the ball. All the way back for Derby with that back three that they now have. Stroke back five. Davis. Kilkenny wins possession. Stacey looks to go forward. Goes back to Kilkenny. Back to Stacey. Movement. Lack of movement in front of Jack Stacey. Come on. Back to Cahill. It's going to have to take... We're going to have to work a move that's going to open this back five. It is a back five for Derby. Crossed in by Christie. It's out with Anthony with space. There's people in the box. Taylor is in the box. Phil Billings in the box. Back post with almost the goal to aim for. Puts his head on it. And I tell you where it went. Wide of the goal. And that has sort of confirmed Billings' day. He needs to head it back to where it came from. Back across the goalie. It's a poor header by Billing. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. He's had a tough day. He's suspended against Millwall. And he has just missed a very good chance today in the 86th minute. Derby players on the ground now. Might be Tom Lawrence, captain. Don't know if it's injury, wasting time, fitness, cramp. But Phil Billing, will have time to reflect on that now as there's a break in play. And he should be doing better. Should be doing better. Derby 3, AFC Bournemouth 2. Parker's used up all his options. Stevens remaining positive. Another chance will come for the Cherries. And likely to come, Stephen, with a lot of Derby bodies in the way. Will it get a deflection? Can we architrate a move that can open up that Derby defence somehow? But there are a lot of bodies back there. They're trying to hold on to this lead. And they're only about 6 minutes, including injury time, away from doing it. And this will be a wasted opportunity for the Cherries. With a chance to go 11 points clear of playoffs. Fulham may end match day 18, top of the Championship. And Bournemouth may have to take second. But Bournemouth are on the attack. Christie, now just sort of playing anywhere he can get on the ball. Flicks it forward to Jamal Lowe, who's the furthest man forward. And literally the furthest man forward because he's offside in his movement. That'll run down more clock for Derby. Stay with us after the game. Even if we lose, let's react to it. Let's see where we can improve. Because we're going to get, hopefully, match reaction from you. We might even try and get live to Pride Park if we can. And we'll see how we unwrap this Cherries performance. It's been good in spells, very short spells. But the second half has clearly not been good enough. Up we go up the pitch, though, from Travers. 50 yards up the pitch. One in the air by Davis for Derby. Back to Travers. Derby are deep. We got a back three with Kilkenny surveying the back three and screening them. There's a diagonal. Too long by Kilkenny, trying to pick out Anthony. Keep possession. Instead, it's gone over Anthony's head for a throw into Derby. And the frustrations build up. And we are on our way to a second defeat in 3 in the Championship. Injuries in the bank as well at the moment. Lloyd Kelly, what's wrong with him? We're not sure yet. Ben Pearson's probably struggling from the knock he took against Preston. Robbie Brady somehow not up to fitness yet. Don't understand that one. Partnership's broken. And an all out of sorts performance. Morgan Rogers on the ball. Gives it away again. Christie. In Derby's half. Gets it to Slanky. 10 Derby defenders in front of us whilst we've got the ball. With Morgan Rogers. Gives it away again. Morgan Rogers trying to take on the fullback. Just get the ball in the box. 5 minutes have gone up of injury time. We're in the first minute of it. Morgan Rogers. Left foot. Deflected. Bournemouth throw in. Curtis Davis cleared it. Got to hand it to Derby. They've given up a fight, haven't they? And welcome to the Championship again. Has to be respected. Ball in by Kilkenny. Had a header by Ryan Christie. Don't think he thought it was coming. He was more central than Billing was, but he had to go down low. It was a diving header. He had space between Jackie Elka and Bird, I think. Oh, it's another great chance. And instead of getting his head over it, it sort of come off the top of his head and over the bar. Scott Parker, he goes down, puts his head to his knees almost. Was that the last chance? Was that it? 92 minutes on the clock. Bournemouth haven't beaten Derby for 35 years. This could continue. Lost Pride Park last year. Losing this year. And the bogey team continues. Cleared by Derby. It's just get it out now from them. Cherries on the attack again with Mepham. Diagonal from Mepham to Jaden Anthony out on the right. Overlap coming from Jack Stacey. The overlap's there. Ball's fed. Jack Stacey gives it away. Jaden Anthony doesn't win it. And it's a throw into Derby. Player's gone down. Derby player's gone down holding his knee. They're going to see this out. And that Ryan Christie chance could be the last chance of this game. Could be a second defeat for the Cherries. Could be a first watch-along defeat for Cherries Red Army. We still appreciate you joining us, though. We still appreciate you joining us in the chat. This watch-along is sponsored by 6yardsout.com. Discover the ultimate retro football gift, personalised. Look at the range on their website. Find a gift that you're looking for at www.6yardsout.com. Thank you to our sponsors today. They were hoping for a Cherries win as well, but it's not going our way. Good chance for Christie. Certainly was, John. Just don't think he thought it was coming to him. I think he thought the defender was going to get it. And it was that late reaction. And then he sort of got under it through the dive header and not on top of it. Billings' header was a chance as well. Kalen, absolutely shocking. Credit to Derby, where it's due. We've just not been on it enough throughout the 90 minutes. Played in dribs and drabs. Took advantage of our first goal through a mistake through Derby. Took our second goal very well. But unfortunately, outside of that, we've been all out of sorts. 1,600 Cherries fans in Pride Park. You know that stadium's going to erupt from the Rams fans. And the Cherries will have to head home, potentially, to a second loss this season. 94 minutes, 45 seconds on the clock, but we have had a break in play for 2 minutes. Will the referee add it on? Not sure. We might get one more chance. Mepham, Christie, 35 yards out. Rogers on the left. Can he box it? He goes diagonal to Anthony. Players in the box. Billing. Kilkenny! Saved! Oh, saved. Derby players throwing themselves in front of the goalie so he can regather the ball after it rebounded. That might be it. Phil Billing had the ball inside the box, turned, squared it to Kilkenny, 18 yards out. He curled it, not enough power on it. Keeper spilled it, but Jackie Elka jumped in front of him and he took a knock. That might be it. Unfortunately, Cherries, that might be it. Roos is on the ball. Derby players are down waiting for treatment. Even if the ref adds this on, don't think we're getting another chance in this game. Do not leave us on this watch along. We are going to get fan reaction. We're going to stay on for a good amount of time after the game. We're going to get your reaction. And we're going to need a Cherries reaction on Wednesday versus Millwall. We'll be doing a watch along on there as well. Check out the channel, hit the notification bell. We'll be doing a watch along for Millwall on Wednesday, 7:15 PM. And we go through it all again with you. Goalkeeper's got the ball in his hands, 96 minutes, 50 seconds on the clock. As soon as this leaves his foot, the referee may blow. Mepham wins the header. Derby kick it high and out. It's a Cherries throw. We're deep in our half, 97 minutes on the clock. 5 were gifted. Mark Travers has it. Referee still has no whistle to the mouth. Long ball by Travers. Cahill looking to win it. Kilkenny, poor touch. And that'll be your lot. Because that's cleared by Derby. And that's Derby 3. Bournemouth 2. Well, don't know what to say at the moment. We are going to get reaction. Fair play to Derby. Points deduction. That could have deflated players. They've come out, performed, worked hard, took their goals. Cherries just didn't play well enough for long enough. And mistakes at the back with no Lloyd Kelly, no Ben Pearson on the team. Jack Stacey having a bit of a day to forget. And it's full time. Derby County 3, AFC Bournemouth 2. Right, we don't want you to go anywhere. We're going to stay on this stream. We're going to be getting post-match reaction very, very, very soon. Just going to take a short break. We hopefully got some guests joining us. Maybe from Pride Park if they're feeling up to it. And we'll get your thoughts in the chat. But stay with us. We've got post-match reaction coming very soon. We're going to stay on probably to about 2:45. So stay with us. But match day 18. Full-time whistle's gone. Derby County 3, Bournemouth 2. Don't go anywhere. We'll be coming straight back in just a moment. There we go. Derby 3, AFC Bournemouth 2. And we've got post-match reaction coming to you very, very, very soon. We're going to stay on for a bit. We're going to take a look at some of those stats. We might even have fan reaction for fans that watch the game on Sky Sports and some fans who may be at Pride Park now, see how they're feeling. And I'm sure it's a loud Pride Park from a Derby point of view. But let's take a look at some of those stats, shall we, of this game. Let's have a look at those numbers. 3-2 to Derby, 47% possession to Derby, 53% to Bournemouth. Total shots, 12 for the Cherries, 5 shots on target, 6 off target. Derby had 9 total shots, 3 shots on target, 3 goals taken. And that's the third time this season they scored 3 goals. Corner kicks, 4 to the Cherries, 3 to Derby. 4 offsides, 3 to the Cherries. We had more fouls and that 1 yellow card for Philip Billing. That means Philip Billing will miss Millwall on Wednesday now because of that booking. And he definitely struggled. One of a couple of players that struggled today. 431 passes for the Cherries against Derby's 383 with a 73% completion rate. But we need to talk about some of those goals. We'll get guests joining us very, very, very soon. Let's put this one on the banner and we'll see how we get on. But there was 2 changes in the lineup, wasn't there? Lloyd Kelly injured. It was a shock not to see him start. Chris Mepham came in for Lloyd Kelly. He played up alongside Gary Cahill. Gary Cahill captaining the side. And then Gavin Kilkenny came out for Lewis Cook to start. Interesting to see what you think about that. The Lewis Cook start. Came off the bench against Swansea. First time he'd had a bit of football in a long time after a big injury. But, you know, Kilkenny came back into the team for Swansea. We got back to winning ways. And I was expecting Kilkenny to start today. But it was Lewis Cook. 13 minutes in. First goal would come through Jason Knight. It was a corner from Derby. I'm still convinced it's Jack Stacey that was meant to be marking him. Jack Stacey had eyes on the ball, not the player. Knight just strolled into the box. Free header, 6 to 8 yards out. Travers had no chance. So it'll be Derby 1, Bournemouth 0 after 13 minutes. Bournemouth would get themselves back into the game, though, after about 19 minutes. And it was a mistake. It was a goal kick from Derby. Curtis Davis and Roos trying to play short passes out from goal kick. He would give it away for a poor touch, the goalkeeper. Jaden Anthony was all over it. Got it to Christie. He had a shot. Anthony had a shot. Rebounded off the line and another rebound later. And Anthony got his shot away. And he got his goal, second consecutive game. And that got us back to 1-1 and sort of settled us down again, didn't it? And then we would take the lead in the first half. And that would be through Leif Davis and Jaden Anthony. They would link up well down the left-hand side. 1-2's got Lerma involved just outside the box centrally. He would slide through Dom Solanke and he would ram home his shot. Keeper got a hand to it, but it went through him. And that would give the Cherries a 2-1 lead at half-time, shall we say. And then it was all about the Cherries coming out, using that influence we had late in the first half or 20-minute spell that we had, and then maybe getting the third. But there's a lot of games this year when we haven't hit home at 2-1. And do you know what? We were 2-1 up against QPR, and we got through that game because of Travers. We were 2-1 up against Luton, got through that game because of Travers. And there's some of these games I said that we've had a bit of rub of the green, a bit of luck at 2-1s, and you're not going to get through a whole season of 46 games like that. And we're going to have games where we're 2-1 up and we don't put these games to bed and we don't go on winning 3-1, the famous 3-1 still yet to come in, or 4-1. And then eventually it's going to go the other way. I didn't really see it coming at half-time, not going to lie. Performance, I wouldn't say, was immaculate. But the second half, we were our own worst enemy, weren't we? We gave the ball away defensively for the second goal. That enabled Colin Kazim-Richards to get himself on the ball and get it out to Tom Lawrence. He was inside our 18-yard box and he finessed it. Top corner, Travers no chance. No blame on Travers there. And then Jack Stacey's day went from bad to worse because he was a culprit for the two goals prior to then give away a penalty. And that would condemn us. With a Tom Lawrence second brace, hit his penalty straight down the middle. And that would be Derby 3, Bournemouth 2. We had some chances late on. Billing had a very good chance for a header at the back post, needed to head the ball back towards the goal, towards the post where the keeper was coming from. Didn't. Went for the near post. That went out. And then Christie, he got himself into the box. Wasn't expecting the defender to not win the header. When he got his header on the ball, it sort of went over the bar. He got underneath it instead of on top of it. How are you feeling in the chat then? It's Derby 3, Bournemouth 2. How are you feeling? We've got Millwall coming up on Wednesday. Scott Parker's going to have to regroup the sides. We've had injuries. We thought we had a strong squad today, and we do have a strong squad, but we didn't play well enough as a team, did we? And the players that came off the players that came on the pitch didn't really make an influence. You know, Morgan Rogers, the times he's come off the bench, he struggled trying to keep the ball. He's poor in possession again, controlling it. Ball's getting away from him. Jamal Lowe, he has made an influence in certain games, not all of the games, but he couldn't get himself into a chance where he could get us equal. Dom Slanky had a few chances in the second half, twisted and turned, shot, hit the near post, but we just couldn't find that equaliser. And as Derby bring on more defenders and more players, it was always going to be difficult to try and break them down. And just like Preston, we're knocking on the door, but it's difficult. No matter how talented you are, the gaps become tighter, less spaces appear, and it's almost like you need a bit of luck. You need a bit of influence, something to come through, something to flick off someone's leg. But where do we go from here? Because if we look, let's take a look at the Championship table, because we were top before match day 18. Results yesterday meant that we went to second. West Brom lost, so they stayed where they were. But it's Fulham now on 41 points. They've got the 5 greens in the form guide along the right-hand side. 2 losses in 5 now for AFC Bournemouth. And that's 40 points. And we didn't take advantage of that West Brom loss yesterday. West Brom third, win, draw, lose. Stoke City, they're in 4th with 31 points. Coventry, 31. We've got Coventry next Saturday at the Vitality Stadium. Queen's Park Rangers, they're on 29 points. Huddersfield, 28 after winning. And Blackburn, 27 after getting a draw. And the Championship table is hotting up now, isn't it? Bottom of the table, Derby County. They start neutral again on 0 after that win. They were on -3 because of points deducted. Barnsley, 11 in 23rd. Peterborough, 22nd in 15. Hull City are 21st, just outside the relegation zone because goal difference on 15. Reading, 17. Cardiff, 18 points. Bristol City, 20th. And the other teams make up the difference. Are we still feeling confident? After that game, I think I said that if we win this game today, surely it's a 2-horse race, even in November. Are we still feeling confident that Bournemouth can turn this around? Let us know in the chat. If you've got any questions about the game, how you're feeling about the game, are you still feeling confident that we can turn this around? We are hoping to bring some fan reaction to you very, very soon. But difficult to find man of the matches. And I know we lost, but I thought Anthony played well in spells. I thought Christie got on the ball better, especially when we were chasing the game. He had some big diagonal switches to Anthony. Was a bit quiet on his own side when he was on the ball. But Jayden Anthony, I felt like he was more proactive of the attacking players. Billing struggled today. Picked up that yellow, as I said. He'll be suspended for Millwall. Lerma was okay. He was everywhere, got that assist. So he did very well. But defensively, we just wasn't as strong, and it just didn't look like there was that connection between the back four, not even talking about just the back two, between the back four and the goals we conceded. Scott Parker will be looking at them. He'll be evaluating them. He'll be asking why there was a free runner in Knight strolling into the box. And he'll be wanting to know why we were sloppy in the goals that we conceded. I mean, the second one, Jack Stacey, put your foot through it or don't put your foot through it. He did a bit of both. It was a bit half and half. And ultimately, it cost us the lead. And then we would go on to concede the lead and lose the game. So let's hope we can bring some fan reaction to you. It all depends what the signal is like. At Pride Park. If we struggle to get some reaction for you, then we will close the stream off slightly earlier. But if you've got anything in the chat, please do ask, and we'll go through it. And who is your man of the match for this game? And if you're a Derby fan, put your man of the match in there. But who did you think did play well today in that Bournemouth team? Because there's not many players that could probably hold their head up high. We've conceded goals now this season away from home. The clean sheets, the run has gone. Last time we conceded was against Forest on the first away game of the season. So not only we conceded 3. And as I said, Derby have struggled to score goals, really. 13 all season. Now they've got 16, and they've conceded 18 goals this season as well. Well, we're going to try and go live to Pride Park for the first time this afternoon to that 3-2 loss to Derby. We tried to go to John earlier on, but let's see if we can go live to Pride Park. Hi, John.
Hello. You doing all right?
Yeah. Can you hear us okay?
Just about. Can you hear me fine this time?
Yeah, absolutely. Tried to get you in at half time, didn't quite work. But we're just reacting to that 3-2 loss. Conceded some poor goals, John. Took the goals pretty well when we reacted to them, but overall performance not good enough.
No, I mean arguably that was the worst performance of the season. I would say Preston wasn't great either, but I think in this game, you've got to look at the very much missing Lloyd Kelly. I think that massively affected our ability to build up from the back quicker. I think I was very confused when the teams came out and saw Cahill and Mepham in the two positions that they were, because, historically Cahill has in, Champions League winning seasons played on the left side of a back three, or at least the left side of the central defenders. And Mepham has only ever played on the right. So I don't know why he didn't switch them back around to allow them to be in a more comfortable position, particularly Mepham, who started poorly. Leif Davis also defensively was trying to get ahead of his man too much. That was a weakness of his when he was defending against Swansea, and kept getting caught out by balls going in behind where he was, and looked very, looked like anything could happen coming down that side. Jack Stacey did okay, but then in a 5-minute period in the second half, basically gave them both their goals. And I think we were playing that game for 10 men with most of the match, because I don't know what Philip Billing did apart from miss a header at the back post right at the end of the match. He was just completely absent from the match, didn't have any real impact at all on the game. Pressing wasn't really working as well, apart from for the first goal, where they gave that one to us from their goal kick. And Jaden Anthony is one of the few players I think can come out of that game with really real credit. Interesting again, change by Parker right near the end. At least we were losing this time, but he went into his 3-1-6 formation, or whatever the hell it is, bringing on Morgan Rogers at left wing, who didn't really have any impact at all on the game. I think Lewis Cook was a little bit disappointing in we hoped he would be the kind of more experienced, more able Kilkenny type player, but he wasn't spraying the balls around very much in the way that I'd like him to. Was getting out muscled a little bit in the middle of the park. But I don't think it was all that much of a battle in the middle. We just weren't gaining control of the ball well enough. We weren't keeping it. I think the first pass was mislaid in the 2 seconds from the kickoff, if I remember correctly. From the kickoff, the first pass basically went to the wrong man.
Yeah.
So, it was really, really poor. Another feeling maybe I shouldn't be going to games from now on, because that's Forest, which wasn't great, Hull, which was forgettable, and this, which was terrible. So hopefully, if I can get to Middlesbrough, it won't be quite so bad, and I won't have everyone else that goes to Middlesbrough on my back for turning up and cursing the side. Still second in the table, still only a point behind Fulham, 8 points in front of West Brom, if my maths is correct. So, it's a bad day at the office, but that is 2 out of the last 3 games that we've lost against teams right at the bottom of the table, and that seems to be a worrying weakness of Bournemouth sides in the last few years, just not beating teams lower down the table. And I don't know why the side just can't seem to turn up for these matches. I'll be interested to see what Parker says after that, because could do with chewing out a few of those players.
Yeah, so conceded, obviously, our first goal since Forest, like you said. I think that's the 3rd time Derby has scored 3 goals in a match. Jack Stacey, I thought, really struggled today. I think he's at fault for all 3 goals, actually, or gave the penalty away. But Billing struggled. We've looked at some football matches this year, John, where we've been 2-1 up. Luton, we look at QPR, and we say that, he's found a way to get these 3 points on the board. However, I would say that we've had a bit of luck of bit of rub of the green. Travers has made some great saves in those matches. Was it always going to catch up with us if we don't put enough games to bed?
Yeah, that's certainly the case when you look back at the likes of the Luton game, the QPR game, and we did ride our luck in certainly the Luton one, less so I think in the QPR game, but in this match, we didn't really deserve to be 2-1 up in the first place. So the first half, we got away with it. And the second half, they didn't really turn up either. You would have thought that rather than just sort of saying, we're 2-1 up, we're obviously doing well, there would have been a few players that would have just, or at least maybe a leader or two in that defence. You would have thought Gary Cahill in particular might have been having a word with some of the players and just saying, look, guys, we're lucky. You can't just expect to turn up in the second half and still win expect to not turn up in the second half like you did the first and still win the game. It's not like their 2 goals were the only opportunities they were making. They were the only 2 times you expected them to score. They were breaking on us far too easily. And we weren't keeping the ball well enough and not creating enough chances. There were a few moments during the match where we were putting some good passes together. The second goal is one of them. There's a ball that Lee Davis almost got in the end of the third half. It was played in a bit too strong. The one good chance in the second half with the Billing header was at least something. But for the most part, we just didn't get our passing game together. From what I could see, and they weren't putting massive amounts of pressure on our back line, but we just weren't playing forward quickly enough. Jack Stacey, in particular, in the second half, he kept coming inside, and the person that was responsible, seemingly, for being any kind of playmaker amongst that back 3 when they switched to it, or even in the back 2, was Chris Mepham, who's decent on the ball. But why can't you get the ball to Kilkenny more? Why can't Christie drop into a better position to receive the ball? Why isn't there more movement to allow for the passing to happen? And why can't players run forward with it without losing the ball after 2 seconds? So just so many things to look back on and just say they need to sort out a plan for sometimes in cases where either you're just not on our game like we were today, or just in the case of the weaker teams, there's something about the mentality. You need to improve that, not so that you actually turn up and actually perform. But it's easy to be overly negative in a situation like this. There's still a long way to go in the season, and we are in a good position in the league. But you have more days like this, Fulham will run away with it, and we'll be worrying about people over our shoulder. So need to really show what we can do in our next game midweek.
Sure. Well, Stephen said, John, see you at Borough, hopefully, John. And you got a train to catch. You got a train to catch, I'm sure.
I will do in a little while, but got a leisurely walk in the freezing cold to get to the train station.
Well done for getting behind the boys. Didn't get the result today, but safe travels, and we'll see you again soon.
Cheers. See you later.
Cheers, John. Okay, well, that was John live at Pride Park, and we seem to be having connection issues with other guests that are trying to join us from Derby. So we may have to close the show out, but we'll let you know what's coming up. We have got hopefully a match preview coming your way for Millwall. So check out the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single video. And that should hopefully be coming out either Tuesday or Wednesday leading up to kickoff. We'll also have a watch along for you on Wednesday. We'll be here from 7:15 p.m. You need to follow us on Twitter as well if you can. If you're on Twitter, at Cherries Red Army, because we drop a lot of our content and information and stuff coming up on there. So follow us on Cherries Red Army. Also, thank you to our channel guests that currently support the channel. You can support the channel at buymeacoffee.com/Cherries Red Army. But thank you to the current channel supporter members for that. That helps us continue to grow and also improve our services that we use to try and do these watch-alongs and make it as fun as possible for you. And also our sponsor today for this watch-along, they'll be sponsoring us for Millwall as well. Hopefully the Bournemouth will get back to winning ways, but that is 6 yards out. They have sponsored us for this watch-along. They were hoping that the Cherries could get 3 points, but go and have a look at 6 yards out. You can discover the ultimate retro football gift for a variety of occasions. The exclusive range you can find on the website at www.6yardsout.com. Find what you're looking for. If not, request a personalised gift that you're looking for. There's a Bournemouth mug on there with the AFC Bournemouth 3 Bolton scoreline for when we pretty much got promoted that famous Monday night. But if you've got a scoreline that you've got in mind out of all those years of the Cherries and following the Cherries and historic days, just request it and they can drop you in there. So check that out, www.6yardsout.com on the website. We look like we are going to struggle to get any more guests. We have appreciated everyone who's joined us for this watch along. We've enjoyed interacting with you. Derby County got 3 goals. The Cherries got 2, but it looks like we're going to have to close out this stream a little bit earlier than we wanted to, but connection in Derby is not helping the cause. So everyone, enjoy the next few days before our next fixture. Thank you to everyone who's joined us around the world. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new to the channel. But there we have it. It's 2 losses out of 3 in the Championship for AFC Bournemouth. Derby have got themselves back to 0, so they'll be looking to get more points on the board for them. Still going to be up against it. But the Cherries still have an 8-point gap to the playoffs, which is West Brom, although we are no longer top of the Championship. That's it then, guys. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, wherever you are. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for interacting. Stay safe. And I think we have to see it there. So until the next video, we will see you soon. Up the Cherries.